Let me also check.
You need to get better tables for this stuff.
You checking?
What?
Hmm?
Go live on Facebook?
Yeah. What should I say? Alright, yeah. Looks like it's live. Let's switch over to the main thing now. Alright. So.
Better?
Yeah, Tony's head is still out of frame.
Can you tilt that one a little bit?
Go try.
There
Alright, it's live now.
Alright. Seems like it's good and up and running. Sound, we got sound. Alright. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the show. Today we're talking about Spider-Man, brand new day. So if you haven't seen it, what's wrong with you? But otherwise, if you haven't seen it, spoilers to come.
Exclusively
You know,
spoilers to come.
Yeah, mute us. Keep the video up. Give us the views, but mute us, and then go watch it. Then come back and rewatch this
another one.
with us unmuted, or just rewatch it again with us muted. You don't have to listen to us. Just keep
Yeah,
watching.
turn off the captions because
Yeah.
I watched us with captions.
Sometimes what we say is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
AI captions.
the generated captions on media. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can never trust any of those. Every time I watch a video that has just the auto-generated captions, I'm like, that's not at all what's being said.
Well, stop mumbling. Huh? How about
Yeah,
that?
maybe that's what it is.
I'm just talking about every video I've ever seen with it. It never matches.
All right, these are like noise canceling, the newer ones. I'm used to the older ones, so I can hear everything. I can't hear anything. No, I just
Put off
then
one
it's like
ear.
throwing my ear off. I'll just mute you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, mute him out.
So what
Okay.
I'm gonna do is I'm
All right, so let's start it. This should be easy. So we'll start with Dan, then Jack, and then Tony, and then myself.
Rating
Out of 5.
out of 5.
Don't be. Just say it. Just do it.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5.
I'm also going 4 or 5 out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
That's an easy one for me.
I was gonna say 5, but yeah, I go 4, 5 too.
I'm gonna say 5.
Respect that.
Yeah.
I think so. Part of my not 5 is I look at some of the characters, and the story in the movie itself is incomplete. This is a movie that is setting up for a lot of other movies
Sure.
within the next year or two, or even further out. It's setting up for Doomsday, it's setting things up for Secret Wars, it's setting things up for X-Men movies, it's setting things up for a Mutant Saga. So there were
a whole nother trilogy of Spider-Man movies.
exactly.
Yeah,
So it's setting up for so much that we know some about and we know nothing about.
Yeah.
And so therefore some of the stuff has to be left open-ended. So
Yeah.
for the movie itself, there's things that are like, all right, well, we don't really know what happens with this character
Sure.
yet. So for now, by itself, because again, I think people need to be able to make good movies by themselves that don't rely on 7 other movies to make it good.
Yeah.
4.5 out of 5. I'm sure that when we get the rest of the context, I'm like, masterpiece, 5.
Yeah.
So
That's
I see it going up in value over time.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
A lot
I mean,
of the same lines as me,
Same way.
with a little bit, especially with Marvel, with all their like cancellations that they announced and stuff like that. Like I'm like, now I used to be able to trust.
Generational
I used to be able to
brain
trust
fumble.
the payoff. You'd watch the after credit scene and see something, or there'd be a little Easter egg here, and then it would pay off in
Sure.
2 movies later or something. And now there's all those things that they left open, then they canceled a bunch of stuff. And now I'm like, okay, well now I don't get the payoff, so now I don't know if I can trust Marvel with the payoff.
Well, I have a question about that. If you're going into the movie thinking it should set up other things,
I'm not
because
saying it has to.
no, okay, I understand that, but if you're, I get the difference between a 4.5 and a perfect rating, and like
Yeah.
that's your, if that's the only thing, then fine, right? But
I mean, it's not the only thing, but it's,
yeah, but I
it's
mean,
a
if that's the thing
contributing
that you started off with, like you
Yeah.
start with that, you're like, okay, this is why it comes down, and then there's other things that you can nitpick at and stuff like that. I don't think that's really fair for like the movie itself. You know what I mean? If that's the way
Well,
you're,
why do you give it a 4.5?
I give it a 4.5 because they're right about the incompleteness of like the story because they can't give too much away.
Sure.
So like you have to go in there thinking like, man, they can't give us too much more than what they can give us, right? I mean, they already spoil enough in the interviews, and it gets spoiled enough for us already, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
I hate how much they be doing that.
yeah,
at
it's
this
just
point.
hard to like not think about what else is going on when you're doing a movie. That's why this movie was good because like it made me stop thinking about that for a minute and enjoy this movie. So like that's where my 5 was like, okay, this is a 5, and then you know obviously you got to kind of digest it and stuff like that. And I thought it took me away from the main story, like ground level, you know, get the Punisher and stuff like that. And then you put in like someone that is not ground level, like 2 things, right? Like the Hulk, that Savage Hulk, not ground level. And then
Well, it's MCU. Hulk,
He's on the
so-
ground.
yeah, but like
It's MCU.
Okay,
Hulk,
but then-
I'll get into my slander later.
and then Phoenix, I mean, or Jean Grey, like I mean, like those are things that like
Well, you've mentioned 2 of the things that made it for me not a 5, but not for the same reason.
oh okay, you
But,
wanted them to be
yes.
better or
Well,
stronger.
there's
or
there's
things.
differing things with it, like
You got to understand where you're at. Though.
yeah.
You know what I
But
mean?
so like I think Marvel has 2 huge problems right now: setting up too many things that they're then not paying off on.
Sure.
Because like in my opinion,
What
like,
are they setting up that they're not paying
Like
off
Blade
on?
and
They did Blade,
Midnight Sun.
Oh,
Black Knight.
But I'm talking like particularly for this movie.
No, not
Okay.
necessarily for this movie. I'm
Sure.
just saying Marvel right
He's
now,
just
in my
hitting,
opinion,
he's
has
hitting the movie because it's
yeah.
Marvel.
Well, no,
That's
some
where
of
you
it
get
leads
punches
into
in.
it.
Okay, got it.
So Marvel, in that, like I said, that's why I lowered. They've
That's
got
what
some
people
stuff
wanna
that
see.
they're kind of setting up with certain things with Jean, with Peter, you know, the end credits, you know, all that stuff, which I can't trust that they're gonna pay off. Like in my opinion, I don't care if you're gonna lose money for it. Put out Blade.
Dude,
Put out
You
Danny
can't,
Whitman.
you can't
Black
say
Knight.
that because if it was your money, you wouldn't do it.
If I had Marvel's money, yes, I would.
How did this turn into Blade? I'm sorry.
because
Because
This is a
of
4.5
payoffs.
because of Blade?
No.
Okay.
no, you kind of got
You
lost.
need to actually listen to the full part of the conversation.
Yeah, I
He's
kinda
waiting to
listened
hear
to
what
it.
he has to say. You know,
You can't hear anything.
I
Yeah,
don't need
yeah,
to hear
yeah,
what he has to
right.
say. He can't. Yeah.
Maybe I don't want to hear
No,
this
he can't.
stuff.
Just,
real quick on the whole Blade thing. Crazy fumble. Mahershala Ali would have been flawless.
Yeah.
He would have been a perfect Blade.
doesn't
Yeah.
mean it's not happening, right?
That's not
I don't
happening.
think it doesn't mean it's not happening, but at this point,
mean,
for
they
them
said
to
they
go
canceled
that
it.
far with it and cancel it,
Yeah,
I think that's a generational.
I
fault.
feel
That's a
like
tough
they
one.
But-
canceled it. Okay, yeah.
We could talk about Spider-Man.
Yeah. Let's talk about Spider-Man. then
But
we-
like I said, that's what I'm trying to get into.
Sure, okay.
The 2 problems is the payoffs, and I think Marvel, because they're so afraid of people not seeing the movies because of superhero fatigue or whatever, I think they're showing off too much going into it. Like Hulk should have
Yeah.
been a surprise.
Yes,
They can
I
show
agree.
him talking to Banner. They should have never showed Hulk in a trailer.
100% agree.
Wait, wait,
Because
hold on.
if that had been a shocking thing, like oh
damn,
crap,
that's the
here's
Hulk.
the inhibitor,
Oh
there's the
damn,
Hulk.
that's the Savage Hulk.
That would have been a whole different level of this. Still a great scene,
Yeah.
but the elevation of how like that payoff would have been,
I think it's
without
just-
knowing going into it, knowing
Yeah,
what
but I
was
think
going
it's
to
just
happen.
not the main
hard-
payoff in this like. I get what you're saying.
So you're saying the same thing about Jean then too, because
I mean,
Jean was the.
That was
shocking
supposed to be
reveal.
the payoff. Yeah, exactly.
that
Right, not
was
the Hulk.
supposed to.
That was more.
well,
So
Hulk
I
could
think
have been,
the difference is that Jean was all leaks. There was no actual confirmation
yeah.
of Jean Grey being in the movie. We knew that Sadie Sink was in the movie, but we never even saw her face in the trailers. It was all just a bunch of assumed stuff.
Yeah.
They showed the Hulk.
Yeah.
I agree that if that had just been I did not know that the Hulk was going to be in this movie, would have been crazy. Partially because we haven't seen the Hulk
Sure.
In a while.
Yeah.
since
I mean, that's a fair
Ragnarok.
point. I agree with that.
So I think that would have been really cool.
I agree
My
with that.
other thing about the Hulk that I'm not a huge fan of with the MCU is MCU Hulk and how just giga nerfed he is
Yeah.
in the MCU.
Yeah.
In the comics, Hulk be doing some crazy stuff. Hulk be punching through the barrier of space and time.
Yeah.
Like that's what he can do. That's how strong he is. He gets exponentially stronger when he gets angrier. And that just doesn't really. I feel like that has existed in like Endgame.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask
Maybe
you
a
this.
little bit of Ultron.
Do you think
but
that-
not after that.
They're setting that up.
Thanos
for it.
put the hands on him. Hulk didn't get angry. Hulk got sad. Hulk, that's not his thing.
Yeah.
That's not his thing. So
Fred Hulk.
when Thanos started
Trying to
putting his
make it
hands
relatable.
on him, Hulk should have been like,
Yeah.
nah, he should have gotten
Yeah,
angry.
they,
Yeah,
they,
but
they
like,
definitely
but
MCU'd him.
He got-
Thanos with 2 stones against Hulk, like that.
It's 5 stones that beats
fighting.
Hulk.
It's
Five
not
I'm
even-
not,
Stones
I don't even need to get into
not
all.
really 5 stones that beats Hulk.
Yeah.
I don't even need. I'm not, and I don't want. I feel like I need to get into like
Right.
all the
Sure,
weeds
sure,
with that. I'm sure Thanos is a big bad. Like, but end of the day, MCU Hulk is nerfed compared to what we see Hulk be doing in other places. So, right when Hulk is having a hard time with some of the webbing, when Hulk is having a hard time with all the rubble kind of holding him, I'm like, yeah, no, there's some validity in that. Spider-Man is ridiculously strong, and he's going through this crazy power up, which is a whole thematic thing.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just kind of looking at Hulk, and I'm like, the performance that I can't think of his name, Mark Ruffalo puts on
Yeah.
when he's going from Banner into the Hulk. That was a that was a phenomenal performance. That man was terrified.
Yeah.
He said, "Get everybody out the building.
Yeah,
I can't
that's-
stop this." So he did
He
amazing.
really owned that part, yeah.
But what followed, I don't feel like necessarily matched up.
Yeah.
I liked kind of how they did the part where Hulk kind of like chilled out, kind of recognizing like, okay, wait, no, this is a familiar. Whether it was Banner's consciousness in there recognizing, oh, this is this kid or whatever, or whether it was actually Hulk remembering this is
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Peter Parker, whoever, whatever.
Yeah.
So either way, I was cool with that, but I just would have liked more with the Hulk. But I definitely agree that it should have been would have been better if it wasn't.
On that point too, do you think? I know we talked about it a little bit, but do you think that the Hulk remembered Peter Parker, but not Dr. Banner?
No
because of
idea.
Yeah,
the
it's
white-
too ambiguous because
Right, I just
They
didn't
leave
know.
it a little ambiguous.
Okay,
with that.
yeah, I'm okay with that.
Nothing straight confirmed on that.
I mean, we could put we could string this theory together. That,
We could string 8 theories together with that. I
and
mean,
the biggest theory that I like to see online is that Jean, when she controls your mind, she unlocks like something that, and this is why at the end they think that Ned remembers and MJ remembers with the necklace part.
Yeah, sure.
Is that Jean?
I mean, we can get to that
unlocked it,
point,
but
'cause
we'll
that-
get to that in a minute. I'll give you why I got a 5 on this. There's a couple reasons. One, I didn't think that after No Way Home that there could be another
You go up from
level,
there?
like a level up, right?
Sure.
Especially because even the director from the first 3 movies didn't continue directing
Yep.
because he knew I did everything. I
Because-
got all the Spider-Man together. I got the villains together. He put a masterpiece together, and there's really nothing else that he, as a director, can say, how do I level this up? I mean, so I think John Watts or the new director just like took what he had to work with. Imagine coming in and being like, oh, I have to one up this movie, right?
Yeah.
So
Or put it on the same level.
or
Yeah.
put it on the same level. And that challenge that's got to become, one, I thought the way they did the movie was, it didn't feel like it skipped a beat from, I think
that's true.
it didn't
Yeah,
skip,
the
it didn't
pacing
feel
was-
like,
Even though there was a 5-year gap.
exactly.
Right. And how they did the time thing
Right.
was
The
good too.
time lapse thing was good. They introduced some funny characters like Tombstone and
Ramrod.
Ramrod and Boomerang and they did Scorpion and okay they pay that guy could have said no. You know, he did the first movie
Yeah,
a
way,
long
way
time
back
ago.
in the day,
Yeah, yeah.
But it just showed to me that people respect this franchise so much that they're willing to come back
Spider-Man, baby.
and play even a small part in it. And he wasn't even himself, right? He was mind controlled, and he escaped. Like, so the fact that it showed that some of these old characters wanted to come back,
Yeah,
I was like,
believe in
okay,
the series, they
all right.
believe in them.
Then you got like the payoff with X-Men or mutants finally. I want to say mutants finally in an MCU movie that's from our universe, because you think X-Men and Doctor Strange, because they had Xavier, and they had
the multiverse.
multiverse.
Yeah.
This is the first X-Men, or sorry, not X-Men, mutant that's on the big screen. Because I know
Miss
Miss
Marvel.
Marvel, but she wasn't
In the Marvels.
Marvels. Okay.
I get what you're
Sure.
saying. Miss Marvel is not. When I think of mutants, I don't
Right.
go to Kamala
Exactly.
Khan.
So when you
you.
think
I go
of
to Jean
mutants, you
Grey.
think of the original
I go to Jean
beginning
Grey.
X-Men, Jean
That's
Grey.
what I've been
saying
saying
there.
for years.
No,
Nobody's,
no.
No, yeah,
hey,
you
don't
can say
cut me
something a
off.
little bit different.
I think that
No
the-
disrespect to my boy Yusuf.
yeah, I think the way they introduced her, and like, I think it's a very hard thing to introduce mutants with everything that's happened so far. How do you introduce it? I think they did a good way. I think they did an excellent way of introducing a mutant, especially the first mutant, and probably one of the most powerful mutants, into a story that just it all made like it. You didn't have to reach for it that much, right? Like,
Yeah,
it wasn't
yeah,
gonna be-
yeah.
so Peter Parker, Spider-Man's leveling up. He's mutating.
Yeah.
It was like the theme of it. You know, she also kind of leveled up, but she was introduced.
She did.
And it was like, I thought it flowed. I never felt like a moment where it was like, you know, I get it. There's things that are open-ended. I like the damage control. I think that's the new task force or whatever they had in.
They'll end up being just some kind of mutant control agency.
Right, just like in the original X-Men, they had
Yeah.
whatever. I think that's a good way of
One of the
introducing it
Friends
as
of
well.
Humanity. Well, more of a government thing, but
Yeah, and I thought that the way he played, like the both sides of it, the actor was really well in
Oh,
that
yeah.
position.
Yeah.
I think the cameos were really good from the Avengers, and I mean the potato thing that was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Oh, Elena, yeah.
And
I thought the VMAX thing was good too.
yes, so that's
Did you
another
figure
thing.
it out?
Direction.
You're like,
Yeah.
what the-
This is what I
VMAX,
thought, and this is what I really liked about it.
I was good misdirection.
I thought that they were producing an anti-mutant weapon, right? And I thought that's what VMAX was.
Right.
Was a weapon that reduces like the mutation or
Kind of like the inhibitor.
an inhibitor, right? So they played that well, right? Peter Parker makes an inhibitor, where they thought maybe
Not just
the
an
inhibitor
inhibitor,
was
he
in that storage, and the VMAX, but then the vent thing, and it was like
Yeah.
it was just it just flowed really well, and then it leveled her up, and and then
Yeah, when she's like, "Oh, my sister never left this room."
right,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
even the
like she
Punisher's
died.
part, like it was right on his brand. He swore, he was ruthless.
whatever
that
the hell he wanted.
Was I mean, the levels of acting that he had to do there.
I just
Oh, the levels of acting that a lot of
Oh,
people. had
So
to do.
I
We
was
talked about this
telling
a little
Dan
bit,
this before
yeah.
I walked out on Monday. One of my favorite things that people have to do and can do in acting is when they have to play a character with someone else's mannerisms. So because mad people are being controlled by Jean, not only do they play their character, but then they have to play their character
As if somebody
being
else-
controlled by a teenage young girl.
Oh, Zendaya, the way she like the
That, but I'm thinking of because like the main like these are different things
Yeah.
was John Bernthal.
Yeah.
Because he's doing the Punisher,
Yeah.
he's doing his thing,
And then
you know.
he has
Every time
to-
he's walking around, he's like leaning over a hunch and he's doing this
Yeah.
with his
And
head
he's
and his
all
shoulders and
buffered
all
up
that.
with the-
And then he's
luck.
like,
He's got
yeah, good luck with that. I'm like, see, that's
Yeah.
that is what I love.
and this is what I'm saying is like it felt like you were part of the story, like the story progressed so well
yeah.
that you didn't feel like, oh, did I miss something? And there was some things that it could have been better, but like from what you had to work with to what you created to what was put on screen, I think it was just a master class
yeah,
of like
Well, you
and
think
that's why I
about-
give it and you know me. anytime there's going to be mutants, and I've been saying this since I'm sad that all our videos are gone, but I said, give me some X-Men. I don't care. It's a 5.
Yeah.
So with kind of the way they introduced Jean, I think that if they are setting up for a longer string of movies going forward, I know that there's been a lot of rumored things and confirmed casting for the new whenever it's going to be X-Men movie. I think if it continues on in this timeline, in this universe, Jean Grey being the first big mutant to be introduced is perfect because you know that they're going to do a Phoenix Saga.
Right.
So they give you Jean Grey.
Yeah.
They make her the first one so you connect with her, you resonate with her. We're going to see her in all these
growth,
movies.
yeah.
And then it's going to be such a heartbreak to watch the Phoenix Saga happen
Right.
and however that goes down.
Right.
So
No,
that
I-
I think is I think that
And
is a great decision from them.
Another thing I really liked was the whole thing of them forgetting and that's got to be hard acting like that. I mean, you got to play the part, but it just felt like they didn't have
They
any
did
clue who
3
he was.
movies,
And then they had like these little subtle things like, oh, maybe they might remember, and it's
Yeah.
like, no, it's dead. It's dead plate.
Yeah.
And I thought that was
They
such
did a good job of giving a little hope here.
Yeah,
Right.
and then the sad boy stuff was, I think that was okay. Like he was alone, and it explained that spiders mutate, or the mutation thing is because he's alone and fearful of
Well,
So
emotional.
that is they have like the videos playing whatever to
Yeah.
kind of like go hand in hand with that, which is cool. But it's in line with some other stuff of like you think Spider-Man 2, when for a couple reasons. One, Toby goes through that whole he's going through a ton emotionally,
Sure.
and it affects his powers and it affects his ability to do stuff and whatever. It happens. Season 2 of the Amazing Spider-Man. Or the animated Spider-Man
Yeah.
series in the 90s, where he has the whole like Neogenic Nightmare saga where he's going through his own mutation and stuff and he's tweaking. So they have that stuff, but then it's also cool because what we see in like a bunch of Spider-Man is the times where Spider-Man quits being Spider-Man, his life gets better.
Yeah.
It genuinely does. And we see kind of a different side of the coin on this one, where he gives up Peter Parker. Peter Parker is Peter Parker is the one locked in the trunk, kind of
Right,
like they were
yeah.
talking with Hulk and Banner. And this Spider-Man is cracked.
Yeah.
Like this Spider-Man is cracked. Like all this New York City don't be loving Spider-Man like that.
Right.
Like that doesn't happen a whole lot. We got no J. Jonah Jameson. Not to say he's not out there slandering him.
Right.
But when Spider-Man is just all we get of the main villains is him wiping the floor with them. This means we're working with a peak Spider-Man.
Right.
Yeah.
When Tarantula, Boomerang, Tombstone, Scorpion, all of them are just getting the hands relentlessly. That means we're working with a peak Spider-Man because Peter Parker got locked in the trunk, and that's all
that's
he's
a good
doing.
point. That's a
And
good
so
point.
when we see the Peter Parker scenes, yeah, he's got nothing
Yeah,
because
right.
that's what he's made himself into.
Yeah, I like that.
The one thing, so it's funny. Like, I know some people wanted the Scorpion to be a bigger character in it. Mac Gargan's Scorpion, that's what he's made. He is made to just get
Oh, yeah.
clapped.
Yeah.
Like that's why he is made to just get
Yeah.
clapped. What I will say is they had him moving really well.
Yeah.
The way that they had him moving and using the tail, and I was like, all right, that
Yeah.
was
They
beautiful.
paid homage to him, and I think, like they said, the payoff was good.
Yeah.
And like I said, he was in the first movie, so like,
Yeah, I think a lot of these actors wouldn't sign up if they didn't think that even if the smallest role was good enough
Well,
for them.
that's one of the things I want to think of too. Is, we're talking about the actors and like smallest roles and stuff. Nee
Yeah,
Kin is played a character called David. He's the dude that in the street that's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, Spider-Man."
Yeah,
like
that
in
was
that
fucking
whole
good.
yeah,
That monster
sequence,
side.
that was so good.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
Absolutely phenomenal.
yeah.
Yeah, he'll get some
And
stuff
this
from
is
that.
literally just you're hired. You've got one scene, but you can make or break this movie with this
Yeah,
scene.
maybe he'll be
And He
Blade.
did so good with it.
That was a performance
Like-
where if he had done that in a non-MCU movie, Marvel would have been like, all right, so what can we make you?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
are we going to make you?
That was so good.
that's
He
the
did a
thing,
great
and
job.
That's one thing. The acting in this movie, from like even the smallest like one scene characters
Yeah.
and things like this,
Mm-hmm.
was so good.
Yeah, delivery is important. How you deliver, like they tell you the lines, right? You read it and you go rehearse it, and then you have to put it on paper, right? And so, or on film. And so the fact that everyone, okay, you're getting mind controlled by a, 17-year-old girl that has this power. And she's
Yeah.
Do we
looking
have
for a
any idea
sister.
how old Jean is here?
they haven't.
They never
fully
specified
stated.
at all.
Yeah, they kept
And
it
I,
open.
and like I think like.
But I'm glad that I feel like they're really
technically,
leaning
Frank,
into like
Frank
she's
calls
young.
her a kid, but Frank also calls everyone a kid.
Well,
Yeah,
she's not
yeah.
driving.
So-
She's not driving in.
Yeah,
the
she's
scene, so
not
you gotta
driving
think-
in the scene. She has the person that she might
Right.
control the chauffeur.
Right, and then you got to think.
And then she's
like,
on a bus when she's like heading up north. So I would say she's probably between like 15 to 17.
Yeah, I'd say
somewhere around
17
there.
ish, yeah.
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 Speculated like
Like, it's
16
just-
to 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
And
which,
what I-
which again, I think
young
it's
starting
perfect.
Jean
Right,
Grey
so
is
now-
a good starting point.
The next thing they have to do, right, is how are they going to introduce the other mutants, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be a very important piece because, okay, you got Cyclops,
I want to talk about
Beast,
Mm-hmm.
Emma Frost, the casting. Like, how are we going to introduce these characters, and are we going to do it the right way?
Nightcrawler.
Are they going to get their own movie? Are they going to be introduced in something that's going to be put in, and then their movies come? And this is going to be very important for how the MCU does this, because if they're just thrown in your face and they're already fighting together, where does that start? You know, and it can't.
Yeah, but couldn't you just do that because it's like
The problem with introducing Jean right now is that there's going to be a whole big thing that's going to happen, and if it is Battle World at the end of the
Would
second
be very
movie,
cool.
they're going to have to get them involved because they're not going to be erased, right? Because the whole saga, the mutant saga, right? So are they going to?
So that then leads up to, like I said before, about the payoffs
Right.
and things like that, and hoping that
Yeah.
Marvel does things. Is this seemingly where they're going forward now with the X-Men? Is Sadie Sink going to be the Jean Grey going forward?
Yeah.
Or is she just this Jean Grey for this movie, and the incursions and the things are going to change that?
I think that there's
the
going to be
rumored
other
casting-
genes
yeah,
that
there's
are
the
going
rumored
to
casting for Emma
disappear.
already.
Well, I'll tell you this.
But
When a movie makes $1 billion and you think like, hey, let's change the actress.
This is another thing.
kinda
Sadie
like-
Sink didn't sign up for one movie.
Nah.
Let's be real.
Nah.
Also, let's talk about that billion real quick. This is like the third or fourth movie that he's been in that's over $1 billion.
Yeah, he's the guy now.
Yeah, no, he's the guy. He's the guy.
If he's not the guy and they're not pushing this forward,
Well, hold on.
he's the guy.
Yeah, he's the guy.
He is
but
the guy
like, I
right
just
now.
don't want
Hollywood
just because
sees
he's
Tom
the
and
guy.
Zendaya and is like, we
Yeah.
gonna milk them for all their
Power
worth.
couple.
Yeah.
We gonna
Yeah.
milk them for all their worth.
I mean, he's the first Spider-Man to get the endorsement by Stan Lee, too.
Yeah. I
Stan
saw that
Lee,
too.
you know,
When he said he made
first started-
Spider-Man, he
he's like,
envisioned a
"Th-
Tom
this
Holland."
is how I envisioned Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, Tom Holland is exactly who I pictured.
No disrespect
Spider-Man
to
to
the
be.
other two,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I mean,
None.
Yeah.
I want to like as we get to the end of the movie, I want to talk more so of how it'll go into things like Doomsday
Sure.
and the mutant stuff. But I guess in terms of just like more of the Spider, so I guess one thing that's worth talking a lot about is the Spider-Man Punisher dynamic.
Oh my.
Oh, yeah.
10 out of 10, no notes.
Yeah.
10 out of 10, no notes.
the
think
only
they
thing
even
I
had
have
a
to say
script?
about it, and you can go on it, is like the
It'd be funny
way
if they
that
did,
their
yeah.
chemistry was, and they, in the media that we've seen, we haven't seen them together, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that they can get into a movie together, and it's like, oh, that time I saved you, and
Oh, I
like,
would love to see. Stuff
you
like
just
that.
feel like that they've been like best buds or whatever
For years.
for years.
Well, I don't know about
Yeah.
best buds.
Well,
they don't like
working
each
together.
other for most
Yeah.
of the time.
And then they're like, when they first introduced the Punisher, I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be his scene and he's done. The way that they like had him
kept him
integrated in
on
the
through,
movie,
yeah.
I thought was
Yeah.
perfect because
Which
I
is
don't
really
think we got a
hard
good
in
payoff
a
with
movie like
them.
this, where the dude's superpower is guns. Like,
yeah, but that's like
I mean,
that's
they
what I
integrated
liked
that
about the
well.
street
Yeah.
level stuff they did. Like they really kept it street level. I mean, the only criticism I have is there's no Daredevil, and if it's street level, you
Yeah,
gotta
I
have Daredevil.
think
Yeah,
everyone
he's
was
locked up-
relatively
he's locked up in
surprised.
jail.
What about Kingpin?
I think everyone was
He's
he's
on an
surprised.
island.
exiled.
Yeah, but
to
he's on a
different
beach.
islands.
after that time.
Yeah.
Before that
This
time.
Is, this
He'll be
is
back in
this
season
is
three.
after the time.
Yeah.
This is
He'll be back in season
So
three.
this is how well it has to be done.
like 2028.
All this was
whatever,
happening.
that this
Daredevil's
movie's
nowhere to be found or in jail or whatever. Then season 3 is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Are they gonna
happening. Season 3's after Doomsday. So who knows what's
Right.
gonna happen?
so are they gonna acknowledge like the Spider-Man that's carrying the whole damn MCU? Like
better. They
you know
better
what I
put
mean?
some
Like,
respect on my boy's name real
Yeah.
quick.
Well, that's the thing coming up. How much of what happened in this movie and these characters are going to be acknowledged in Doomsday, and then after Doomsday, how much of any of this.
Well,
is gonna be
I'll give you like a
Daredevil.
point of
I mean, you're
context.
thinking about it. I think
Here's a point of context. Dieter watched Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
He watched the first 3 Spider-Man, and then he watched this movie, and he loved it. And it wasn't too much for him.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, like the weight of all those other movies and off-world stuff wasn't present here.
Right.
So Dieter didn't need to see any of
Yeah,
that
yeah,
yeah.
to be
Right.
like, oh, what's this? What's this? Now he was asking me who's that because Jean Grey, like, and I said, oh, remember
The sigh of relief in the theater when
Yeah.
it was like Jean Grey.
They were like, oh my God, it's not
Yeah.
like someone like it's not like Peter Parker's daughter from another universe.
Right.
Oh,
So when Dieter goes, Jean Grey, where do I know that name from? And I go, X-Men '97, the one that has the kids with Cyclops. And oh, that's her. This is awesome.
Yeah.
The dude was about to fall asleep because he's like trying to catch up with things. Like that
Oh, was he
dude
really?
did not blink after that. Like
Yeah.
he was glued on. And then he goes, "That's the best movie I've ever seen." I go, "Damn
That's
right,
right.
it was."
That's right,
Like,
man.
so like, that's what I'd like to see.
the
Is
only
like the
thing
new
that
generation
the
of
only
people
thing
getting in
that
it.
stinks for Dieter is that he's getting a dose of Hulk that's not Hulk. You know what I mean? Because like even you saw Red Hulk get the hands by Captain
He did.
America. He's
He
just
got
thinking like
it.
Hulk's just something that just gets beat. You know?
Well, you know what? That's what they want
Nah,
these new
see-
kids to think. It's like,
Look, the MCU Hulk is on fraud watch. All versions of Hulk in the MCU are on fraud watch. It's like you are supposed to be the big bad.
Yeah.
You cannot just be the thing that keeps getting beat.
Yeah.
Like you can't do that. Again, Avengers Hulk, I'm always angry. And he busted up that Chitauri,
Yeah.
whatever that
Yeah.
thing was. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
mwah.
Yeah.
He said, I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna do what I want.
and then I saw the scene where it's like, hey, we need you, big guy, when the
Ah.
two guys from Thanos,
Yeah, the
And he
Children of
can't get
and
Daylight.
he's like, he can't get it out, and he's like, and I'm just like, that right there is
Yeah,
the
I thought you were
epitome
always
of
angry.
like, what's that?
It's like, yeah, I thought you were always
Yeah,
angry.
and it's
Yeah.
like,
But,
come on, dude.
but
Like,
yeah, with
that's
the,
how they
um,
nerf his ass. Like, oh my God. But
Yeah,
you have-
they made. How do we make Hulk weaker? We make him sad.
yes.
Hit him with a
Well, I
different
mean,
emote.
that-
He got Marvel.
yeah.
He got
Yeah.
MCU.
Well, that's the thing.
mean, you
MCU
have to,
does
though,
have
right?
a little bit of a nerf problem with a lot of their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They've nerfed pretty much every character.
That's because
In
if
it.
you're bringing it to real life, and you want people
They
to
don't
kind
have to
of
bring it.
What
to
they
life.
can-
have to,
The
I
problem
know.
is they're bringing it to the standards that they already put in.
I think they're just trying to
Original.
shove bigger characters into stuff too early. It's what they did with Adam Warlock. They did the some of what you were saying. They were saying they did the post-credit scene with Adam Warlock. Then they felt the need to follow up on that, and instead of giving us a real Adam Warlock, they MCU'd him.
Yeah.
They Feige'd him, if you will.
I like it.
And so now we have this, not what the character is in a lot of the other
Yeah.
other medias.
you think there will be ever a coming out party for that kind of stuff, though? Like now, here we're gonna unleash.
I mean,
Well,
if they
I
have
mean,
there could-
God
they could be.
Emperor
It could be.
doing-
I mean, you see with this movie, they started to level up Spider-Man to what he should be in strength.
right.
They've started to level up. I mean, Jean Grey started with this whole weird
just jump
33 feet restriction
Sure.
thing, which that's the reason I originally didn't even think it was Jean Grey, because this is the dumbest thing for a telepath ever is to have a
Yeah, they got to
30-foot
MCU her or
restriction.
Feige her,
Yeah.
right? So
But then
Yeah, she's
toward
like,
the
yeah,
end,
she's a kid and whatever.
then she's taken away. Like
I mean,
a
the
comic
whole
worth of
mile
things, so-
radius of
yeah.
people not moving.
So, I mean, in one
That was,
movie they kind of leveled her up
they have
into
to.
it.
I mean, you don't want to
Yeah.
watch 3 movies
But
of her
I think
struggling.
that's the thing is
Yeah,
they're
absolutely.
starting to level some of these people up a little bit. They just need to kind of just push that.
Well, they have to
They
because
have
they got
to.
rid of all the strong people
Well, they
to
have
fight
to.
these other
They
things.
do have to
and-
level it up because when they start introducing the X-Men, if you get this weak little Cyclops, nobody's gonna watch that garbage.
Bro, if they disrespect Cyclops, can I please look? I'm not even a Scott Summers fan,
Yeah.
Listen,
right? I'm gonna say it.
Cyclops-
Scott
that-
Summers on my
YZ
tier
can
list
take out
of my
Cyclops.
favorite X-Men
Yeah.
is not very high up there.
Right,
sure.
But can we put some respect on his name, please?
he has to. Yeah, like the leader of the X-Men. If that's the way they go, they
They
need
got
to.
that man reloading his eyes in Marvel Rivals. So.
Yeah, dude, I'm
Well,
telling you
you
right
know,
now, if they
talk
Marvel
about Nerf.
rivals him,
I have to
sweating.
reload the punch dimension. What
Yeah.
the hell, man?
Well, here's the thing. I think they're
So you
gonna.
gotta put Vicey.
I think they're gonna keep Jean is the lead.
I
honestly.
dropped.
Yeah, I think they set this up for her to be like the lead.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like they just have to do Cyclops right. I mean, they have to do all the mutants right, but like it's easier to do like a Beast because like he's really smart.
I love
and
Beast.
you
I
know,
love Beast.
but Cyclops,
Give me some Hank.
if they do Cyclops wrong, it's gonna just leave a bad taste in.
I feel like if they do
thing with-
Cyclops wrong, people are gonna be upset. They're gonna be like, yeah, but it's not anything that we're not already used to,
Sure.
which would suck royally.
Cyclops, they just need to cast somebody who has the personality to be
Of a
like
Boy Scout.
Boy Scout leader. That's
Do you
what
know
they-
who the potential cast is right now?
Yeah, I looked at it.
Cyclops?
It wasn't
Yeah.
great. It didn't
It's
look
Philip
great.
Seymour Hoffman's kid.
I don't know.
It's Colin
lot of
Hoffman.
words.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. But
I'm
that's
not gonna
I think
lie,
that's what they're going for.
Someone named Colin Hoffman sounds like they could play a good Boy Scout.
Yeah.
That's all that I pull from
Well,
what you said.
I guess the latest movie he was in is The Long Walk. Stephen King's The Long Walk, and they said he did a phenomenal job.
Okay.
Also, the guy that plays the new Black Panther's in that movie as well. And they
I
said
think
the,
that looks
they
like good
said the
casting.
movie's good.
That looks
So,
like good casting.
but the thing is Philip Seymour Hoffman's kid is a little chunky. Doesn't look like the. But they said, look at what they did
Yeah,
with.
I'm gonna
What
say
they
that
did with
Marvel be doing Marvel be
everybody in
doing
that
good.
scene.
Marvel will be
Look
doing
at, look
that.
at what they did with Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah,
Like,
I know he's
the
jacked
dude's
east
the most
for that.
jacked
Marvel
dude, and,
be
like, he
putting
just
people
talks about
on
it.
the
I'm gonna
He's
get
like-
on the Marvel diet.
Yeah,
man.
he's
Fuck
like,
that
he's
Marvel
like, they
stuff.
cast me in a
On the
Marvel movie. Now
Marvel
look at me.
shit.
It's like Michael Jordan in the Space Jam. He's like,
Yeah.
this is the special sauce.
Yeah.
He cast in a Marvel movie.
Feige
He
secret
just-
Hey,
stuff.
if they want to get their health
Yeah.
good, they just try to get out.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I just think like there's certain characters you got to get right, right? Like, and some characters can grow into it, but they need it right, like right
Well,
away.
do you think they got Jean right?
Yes.
I think. I mean, it's hard to tell right now, but I think from what we're starting with, I don't see how it would be bad.
Cooper Hoffman. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I don't see how.
Do you
I
think
think it's
Sadie
great.
thinks good Jean?
I think she can be.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
really didn't do much with her right
I've
now,
seen
which is
enough
fine.
of her with her acting that I think in
I
this
mean,
movie
do you
I
think
don't
that there's
she did
somebody
bad.
else out there that could have been that you think off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Could there have been?
Sure.
Could there have been
I
another?
want to see who applied, who tried out for it.
Could there have been another phenomenal redhead actress who could have come and done an amazing job?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I'll tell you.
but
I'll tell you, it's
don't-
better than Sophie Turner in the Days of Future Past or whatever.
I didn't
The-
think she did. Bad.
I
she didn't
yeah.
she didn't do bad, but she wasn't memorable.
I think.
I haven't seen anything.
I
else that's
believe
been
that
anything.
if things continue and that the movies go well, this is something that we'll look back on as one of those Robert
Sorry,
Downey
once.
Jr.
Yep.
casters,
Mm-hmm.
Robert Downey Jr. castings, where it's like, who else? I mean, who else would they have?
Sure.
I think that when we get there, we'll be able to look back and have that level of like, yes, about
Like they
it.
didn't miss on Spider-Man.
The one just before, because just
So,
the
so
few things
far
that I wanted to
Marvel
say.
hasn't missed.
Go ahead.
The few things I want to say with Punisher before we totally leave him. I love the dynamic and everything. They're back and forth. There was the obvious like animosity of like Spider-Man does it his way, Punisher does it his way, and they are not on the same page about that. But you like you kind of said, you could see the familiarity between them and the way that they were interacting with a lot of the stuff, and the way that he's just making fun of him. One of my favorite lines was, "Are you blushing, Daffodil?"
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite lines. That was my favorite.
That was so good, yeah.
But there, all that was really good. And then I really liked Punisher being there in the hospital at the end.
Yeah, that was so good.
A lot of people have had their, different takes on,
Mm-hmm.
oh, well, he should this, he's the Punisher, he should this, he shouldn't. And I'm like, it sounds like you watched the Punisher movie, you watched all the Punisher content, and never actually learned anything about the character. You just kind of like had it on because people were dying and he was screaming.
Yeah, you disregarded the development of the game.
Yeah.
You,
What
you,
the
you like the fight scenes. You didn't like the actual acting and story.
And so just with Punisher's character and like with one last kill, that we kind of see him go from all he does, all of his killing, everything he did was from revenge. That was from all the Punisher, Daredevil seasons and that. And then the one last kill at the end of that, it's a very different. It's not. I won't say a very different Punisher, but he's not like that last scene in the thing where he kills whatever that one guy.
Yeah.
That is a very, very significant change because that's not a personal vendetta revenge kill for him. That's more of a like, clean up the streets, if you will. So from there, we're like, all right, we see Punisher with different overall motivation. Is he still Punisher? Absolutely. But it wasn't so revenge driven. But also, the scene, the stuff he talked about of just like the bravery that Spider-Man had. Looking at him, he is just a kid, and also the fact that again, Punisher almost killed him.
Yeah.
And when Punisher thought that he killed people who were completely innocent in the shows, he lost his mind.
Sure.
So that was consistent with him as well. So it makes sense for him to kind of have that whatever. So I thought it was great. People apparently, so people have like some issues with that scene of like, oh, how would the doctors have not found his identity and this and this and that, blah blah blah, all these things saying it's a plot hole and stuff like that. One, there was a deleted scene where Claire Temple was treating him. Claire Temple is the night nurse for Daredevil and Luke Cage. I think she's an Iron Fist as well.
Yeah.
So that would have, given more clarity. But also, I think a Spider-Man, the Tobey Spider-Man 2, right? Was it Spider-Man 2 with the train scene?
No, first one.
That was the
Oh
first
no,
one?
that was two. That was two.
Yeah, when he saves everybody on the train, and everyone's just like, huh, he saved their lives. And maybe we just won't ruin his life.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Because again, we're at a point where the whole city loves Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So the doctors could definitely just be like, yeah, no, I think we'll just be cool about this.
That's
I
also
think
directly out of the comics.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the only hole with that is like, damn, Punisher was really trying to kill Jean. Like, I mean, if it hit Spider-Man like that and hurt him that bad after his level up and stuff like that, I mean,
he would have died. He did die. He would have died
Right,
without
right.
Jean.
Like, and they say it. Oh, she kept you alive.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
The voodoo.
like, I was like, oh yeah, I'm glad that they said that, and he didn't just absorb it and
It
then
wasn't just like, ooh,
plot
Batman
armor,
took it.
like,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then Will sitting next to me, he goes, just kill Spider-Man. I was like, I mean, I wouldn't put it past me to do something like that to like level him up even more, or Zenkai Boost, or whatever the hell you want to call it. But like, I was like, damn, they shot him, and then like,
Shot Spider-Man
yeah.
with a Barrett 50.
right,
That's
and then,
crazy.
Yeah, he absorbed. Yeah, I'm good, and then he goes down and like
The same Aunt May thing.
Same anime thing, yeah.
right, and I was like, damn, he like how strong he is to take that. I mean, yeah, and then I was
Yeah,
like,
and
but
blow
she
him
was
to
strong enough to
smithereens.
probably stop that anyways, right? Like it was cool to. You don't think she could have stopped that?
Nah, she was cooked. You
You
Yeah,
don't
she
think-
didn't.
I mean, she froze like 10,000 people.
She might have
She wasn't gonna
stopped
react.
him.
She wasn't gonna react to it though.
She might have stopped the bleeding or whatever, like she did with him, like, or kept herself alive with.
No, not even. She
Okay, well, she would have
kept
been.
him
That would have been
alive.
the X-Men right there.
Yeah, because it's a lot easier to keep someone else alive with your power or something than you yourself while you're dying.
True.
Because she's not dying. She's got her strength. She can do that.
You don't
if
think
you're
that she'd done
dying
levels?
and you got to try to
She
get your
wouldn't.
power,
She wouldn't have been able to. I think
There's
bare
no
minimum,
way.
she just wouldn't react. She wouldn't be able to react to it.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean,
If she, with all of her power, focused it to make some kind of telekinetic shield, maybe with where
Yeah,
with
she
where her
was,
power is
yeah.
at this point. But there's no way she's reacting
Yeah.
to
Okay,
that.
I just thought that she,
know
like,
that it's coming. She doesn't know it's
well,
coming.
we see that like if you have an emotional thing, you level up, right? So like,
Yeah, but I think
Yeah, and she was at her maximum level there.
holding everybody.
And-
You remember, she was holding
listen,
everybody.
I'm just saying that like, there are little plot like
There's
it's not
no
a hole
plot
or
holes or anything.
No,
It's not.
I think we're focusing on the wrong thing there. She would have got smoked. He took the bullet for her because he's the hero. She kept him alive, and we moved on.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
I mean, one thing I wanted to talk about and to get your opinion on quickly is what you guys think about the sad stuff. Not just the sad boy stuff, but the sad like the Aunt May scene, even with Sadie Sink in it. That was like
Oh yeah.
the Spider-Man homage, like paying homage to the kiss,
Yeah.
the mask up a little bit, and then she's like, "Oh, there's nothing
Oh.
in your head." The the things like she read the letter and nothing.
So the MJ stuff.
Yeah, the
pretty
MJ
much.
stuff.
Yeah, it's like she took it out of my diary. Yeah, that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Did
sad.
you guys think that was like too much? Because there's some people who are like, "Oh, it was too much," but I thought it was like,
Too much.
yeah.
That was the whole point of the
No,
movie.
The reason why they say that is because it hit their feels, and they're
It's
just
because
like,
they don't
"Damn."
want to admit they were crying in the
See,
theater.
nah, you know what?
No, it's
You know what gets
okay.
me
You
tight
can
about y'all
cry in
saying
the
that? I'm
theater.
talking to you now. You know what gets gets me tight about y'all saying that? Is this movie's coming out and y'all were like, "Ooh, this is our Spider-Man. He broke, he lonely, he got no friends," and then he's trying to not be some of those things, and you're like, "This is garbage. This is garbage."
Critical.
He should be like me and just continue to be miserable by my own volition.
Yeah.
This is garbage.
No,
Nah,
but-
so when people be saying, "Oh, this our Spider-Man," I'm like, "Nah, but see the difference is he's there and he's still being a good person.
Yeah.
He's still going out saving everybody's life. You are a bum. You are miserable. Don't play that game with me."
Yeah.
That's so funny.
No,
It's okay to just admit you cried in the theater, dog. It's,
Yeah.
you know, you'll still be the top dog.
Emotions
top
are
alpha,
bad.
Bro, you'll be in
whatever,
the
but
top percentile.
listen,
Everybody crying in that movie theater.
Yeah,
Will said he
listen.
almost cried. No, Will, we saw you crying. Don't lie.
Almost cried?
He said, I said I almost cried when he did the handshake with Ned.
Oh, the handshake with that. Yeah, listen, the whole scene with Aunt May. I was crying the whole time.
Oh, that was great.
I know. I,
You know,
I was
it-
just trying
her,
to nudge you to
Peter-
stop crying.
Yeah, her with Peter, and then when Sadie Sink switched into Peter's position and stuff like that. Oh,
That was
magnificent.
that was great. That was
Beautiful.
so good. Because because obviously one of the big things about a lot of Spider-Man movies is the Uncle Ben Aunt May conversations that keep him going. Not just the great power, great responsibility one, but I even think Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire, he gives it up and then he goes back and he's talking with Aunt May and Aunt
Yeah.
May is talking about, oh, you know, the little kid next door and how much he admires Spider-Man and how important Spider-Man is
Yeah,
because he's this
people.
kind of hero and people look up
Yeah.
to him. And how even though it wasn't that main one, there were still those conversations that still pushed
Sure.
people along. And so the fact that they had another one, but used it in a way to get another character around the corner, I was like,
so
that was just
that
so
happened
good.
in the first movie, right? Some variation of that
Probably
conversation.
when he first became Spider-Man.
So
Well, she
in the
first
first
figured out.
movie, in for like the Homecoming,
Yeah.
so that was initially more Tony Stark's role.
Right. Okay.
So the first movie that was Tony Stark.
Yeah. So
Um,
second between the second
Aunt
movie,
May she didn't really have that conversation with him in the second movie. So the first one, it was Tony Stark.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of the figure for Spider-Man. Then it was Mysterio. Then it was Quentin
Sure.
Beck in the second movie.
Oh, yeah,
Far
okay.
From Home.
then
Where
what did you
he
say it's
filled
the-
that role.
and then
And
it's the
then
Spider-Man
and
and-
then the third one, it was absolutely Aunt May.
Yeah.
She was the one who convinced him to be like, no, don't just send these guys back to their death. You can help
Sure.
them.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can help them. You have a responsibility to help them. You know, her dying words, the great power comes great responsibility. So,
Yeah.
oh, I love Spider-Man so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Dude,
And they're doing it right. That's the thing. It's like there's things that you could say about. I mean, Captain America was done right as well, and there's
Yeah, he
movies
did.
that are done. Thor was done right.
3 of them. Well,
Yeah.
2 of them.
Yeah, two of
yeah,
them.
1 and 3, or
yeah,
1 and 2.
exactly. 1 and 3.
No, you got me tripping over here.
Nah.
But, like-
it's the real thoughts coming out.
So like Black
Can't be
Panther
fraudulent.
was done right. I mean, you talk about these things that are done right, and that's why I'm hoping that when they do X-Men, it's right. I don't
know
think
who's
they'll
directing
do.
it?
No.
It's me. I'm taking the
Yeah.
reins.
I hope
Listen,
so.
Hand it
Jeez.
over.
Give this guy more. He did Shang-Chi, and then he did this.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Give him
Yeah.
more Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Let him do X-Men.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna see. So the next movie is Doomsday.
Doomsday.
Yeah.
Is there anything between that? No, because Daredevil season 3 is
I thought
after
Vision
Doomsday.
Quest came in before.
No.
Vision Quest, I think
It's
they
2028.
pushed it back.
2027.
Oh, did they push it back?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're-
You know, if we're gonna talk about this, the cancellations really hurt my soul. Wonder Man. I mean, I love that show. I
It
don't know.
was so- I
Wonder
thought
Man
it
was fun.
hurts so much
know.
because not only was it such a great show, not only did he do a phenomenal job as Wonder Man, but especially toward the end there when he started like re-embracing the Mandarin role,
Mandarin?
like Kingsley, like oh, like
That was
like
fun.
that was so good. The whole thing,
So
like
good.
at the end, like oh, when he just starts into it and like just goes right back in it, like oh, I was always the terrorist and stuff.
tricked you.
Yeah, tricked you, like
So good. Now, the one thing we'll end on this because I don't want to go too long.
October 14th, 2026. So Vision Quest should be coming out
Before.
Doomsday.
How long?
They're probably
will-
setting it up.
Gonna be an interesting.
They're
thing.
probably setting it up to end like right before it,
Yeah.
Let's see.
or maybe like a month. or
What
so.
do you want to see?
October 14th is first episode. Everything else is to be announced.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get Doomsday, and
There
then
will be 8 episodes. So
Yeah. That
there's
figures.
there's nothing in between Doomsday. Well, Doomsday and Secret Wars. There's
Doesn't the '97 have another season 2 before that?
not
Or no.
before Doomsday. 97 ends
No, I'm saying Daredevil's in between the Avengers movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
between
there's,
Doomsday and Secret Wars.
And that's all you got, right? I think in Vision Quest.
no, there's
Vision
nothing.
Quest is
Before.
this year
Okay.
for Doomsday.
You got
it
Ghost
starts
Rider.
on October the 4th.
No, there's no movies between Doomsday
Rider's
and
after.
well,
There's
okay.
no
Right
movies
now,
scheduled.
there's no movies
Okay.
between Doomsday and Secret War
So-
until something gets pushed back.
This is what
or
I want to see.
canceled.
When they bring back Blade and
If
Week
they do
before.
1 week per Vision
Yeah,
Quest
week
will
per
end on the
episode.
2nd
Yeah.
of
and,
December.
and then
so,
you'll have a
like,
week
right
to
before.
digest.
Yeah.
So this
Okay.
is what I want to see. I want them to breathe. I don't think you scrap Blade completely. I know they cancel or whatever, right? But I think they're pushing it back because they want everyone to focus on like Doomsday and all that kind of stuff. Because like that whole I loved
Mephisto.
Mephisto
And Ironheart.
and Ironheart. I think they introduced him a little too early. Because like here's the thing, if I'm thinking that Doom is the bad, he's blocking all this stuff and all this stuff, and then I'm thinking, damn.
Maybe
First of all,
Doom's coming to save us from Mephisto.
okay, I'm cool with that. But like I'm just saying that Sacha Baron Cohen being Mephisto too, like you put a A-list top tier actor.
I don't
like,
think I don't think they're throwing Mephisto. I think
don't
it's
Right,
so
exactly. So I
insane.
think
the
that's
only
how
reason I
you
think they might is
bring them
because
back.
of them
Moon
throwing
Knight,
Ironheart
Ghost
away.
Rider. I think that's how you bring that kind of back. But like the whole thing with Blade being in like Eternals, right, and all this stuff. It's like all
Are you
right,
sure you want to do that?
like slow it down a little
Where
bit.
the hell's my Black Knight movie?
Well, maybe the next, the next thing, like right now,
You mean
You can't-
Blade and Black Knight?
you're not gonna. If they drop the Blade movie right now, you think it's better than Spider-Man?
Maybe.
Wow, no,
Blade
No
is
shot.
great.
it's not
Blade
happening.
is great.
That's because you.
No shot.
But the MCU doesn't.
Why do you
exist
think they scrapped
except
it,
for
man?
Blade.
They were like, what do we have lined up?
I think they scrapped it because they're like not able to.
Remember,
like,
Feige
how-
watches this, so.
Yeah, I know. I gotta text them later about this because they don't think with what they've done to the MCU that a movie about someone killing vampires would be epic enough.
Hold on.
Now
They made Kraven.
let's
They
back
didn't make
this up a
Kraven.
little bit.
Sony made
When
Kraven.
have they
Kraven's
introduced?
not part of the
All right,
MCU.
hold on. When have they
That's-
when have they introduced vampires in the MCU?
They could be among us right now. We don't know.
No, that's what you
Perfect.
want.
Perfect. So let's just make a movie of something that's totally obscure to what they're doing, and throw it in there and see how people react. I think they did a good job of. Let's just hold on. To
Let's
this for a
contain
second.
this until we're after a certain point.
There's just
Just because you
For-
like it
for-
doesn't
Yeah.
mean it should be there.
I
First
think
of all,
so. I think that
they
they
were
totally could
originally
have
going to make it take place in the past.
but they didn't.
Yeah, I think they totally could have released it.
Yeah.
And I think they could have had Blade do his Blade thing, and then just keep doing his Blade thing. Like
Bring
again,
him
not
into other
everything
movies, yeah.
has to be one
There
massive
were no vampires
ensemble.
in Deadpool versus Wolverine.
We have a Blade
right there.
movie where we get something
like-
like Cloak and where we get a
Blade's
Cloak and
a vampire.
Dagger appearance, right? And there's mentions
Vampire.
of Spider-Man and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So they absolutely could have done some stuff.
Yeah, I just
I think that was not.
I think they're just saving their chips for another day,
I do
and then
too.
it's going to be
I don't-
just as good.
I
think
hope
it's not
so.
him,
I
though.
don't think so.
I think
would
I think they
love,
just
I'd
fumbled.
love for Blade to come out. I love Blade. The only reason the MCU exists is because of Blade. If there
Not
wasn't,
that Blade though. So
there's only one
still
Blade. There's only one
There's
Blade.
only one Blade.
there's only
baby.
one Blade.
But if
They
Blade,
saw that perform, so like, yeah, we got to shelf.
Yeah,
this.
we got to scrap
if,
this.
if,
We're done.
If Blade didn't exist, the MCU wouldn't exist.
I agree with you. Okay,
Okay, who
no
you
one's gonna
talking
argue
to?
with you
No,
on that one.
I'm just saying. I
Alright.
hope that it comes out.
Maybe
I
they
don't
watched
think
the
they will.
movie
I
and they
don't
were
think
like,
it's ever
"This
coming
is
out.
not."
Maybe
gonna...
they called Wesley
think
Snipes
20
and they're
20
like,
years
"Hey,
from
can you
now."
watch this movie and tell if it's
And he was
enough or
like,
not?"
"One
He's
Blade."
like, he's like, "There's only."
I didn't
one."
even go watch it.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
What do you guys think is going to carry over from this to Doomsday?
Damage control. I think that's gonna be a big
Think
focus.
damage control's
I
gonna be
think
in
big
Doomsday?
focus on.
I don't think Damage Control's going to be in Doomsday at all.
I doubt it, to be honest.
I don't know. Aren't they trying to advance tech, and so they're picking up scraps? of
In my
things?
mind, this is an issue of potatoes.
I like it.
In my mind, this is
So
an
then why are
issue
the
of
Avengers there?
potatoes.
Hold on. Did I open another can of worms?
Why are the Avengers there? Sentry. That's why the Avengers are
You think
there.
he's ever popping off?
I think he's
No.
probably
He's
the
getting
only one that
Feige.
can.
He's getting Feige right now. as
I
we
think we
speak.
have more chance of seeing Blade come in than
In Doomsday?
Sentry pop off.
So
you
I
can't-
think
I would love it.
Hold on a sec. This is good. I like it. I think what carries over is the Hulk. I think he's finally back.
I want to see. There better be
You
something.
want to talk about carryover? Give me everything. Give me
Give you
give me
everything.
Blade
You're
and Black
gluttonous, huh?
Knight. Give me Star Fox. Give me Hercules. Where the hell's Hercules? They had him in there. and now he's-
1994 Disney
Hercules.
Plus.
They set up like, oh, Hercules is gonna come wreck Thor. Where he at?
Whatever
The
his
next
name
Thor
is.
movie.
Yeah, Doomsday.
Dude, you're just in
That's
whatever
insane.
whatever his kid with the chronically bad hairline like. So
Like, give me all
I don't
those
think
characters. Have them all pay off in Doomsday.
I don't
Have them
think
all show up in
we
fights.
get Damage Control because Damage Control is going to relate more to the Mutant Saga.
Well, that's what I meant. I think
and
they're
how
gonna.
that. So I think if Damage Control will be consistent.
Yeah. I
I
thought
think
there was
in
Sentinels
things
in
going
the movie.
forward.
Or
That's a different.
Sentinels.
That'll be in a different
Different
universe,
Earth.
though.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
X-Men.
So that'll be in. That'll
that's
probably
in
be
the
X-Men
universe
verse.
that is getting destroyed.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what I
X-Men.
thought. That's what I
Um,
thought. Damage Control was going to turn into Sentinels and stuff like that.
I think they will
Eventually.
eventually.
Yes.
They will. Tremel, or what's
Especially
his
if
name?
they get
Stryker?
to use the inhibitor.
No, what's the guy's the bad guy who's
That makes them.
no, the one who's in charge of Damage Control in this
Oh.
movie.
Director.
I'm blanking on his
Good
name.
thing we have
Tremel
Google.
Something
Yeah.
is whatever his.
I mean, he
actual
did a
name.
phenomenal part.
Yeah, he did a great job. I just can't remember what the.
There's an M. It's first
I'm
last
like
name. is
right
the
there.
second one,
Anyways,
I can't
that guy.
remember.
So apparently he's like in the wind or whatever. It is so awful that Spider-Man makes the technology
Will
that is
Metzger.
going. Yeah, Bill Metzger. It's so awful that Spider-Man
Really
makes the technology that is going to lead to Days of Future Past,
Yeah.
where mutant inhibitor collars and all those things. It is horrible that Spider-Man is the one that makes that. It is also, unfortunately, very in line with Spider-Man being such a cursed character of everything just sucks
Yeah.
for him all the
Do you
time.
think that's why? Oh, sorry.
So Bill Metzger's in the wind. So whether he's not in charge of Damage Control anymore, apparently, or he's in the wind, or he got arrested, or whatever happens with that. So maybe he comes back, or maybe he gets placed with like a Henry Gyrick, and it becomes like where he's just like, nah, I'm going all in on mutants. Bolivar Trask probably comes in
Yeah,
at some
that's-
What
point.
about the guy that was in Wonder Man? Is that who you're talking about?
No, he
Okay.
was
The other kid from Damage Control. Yeah,
The one that was like the guy that was trying to hunt
The
down
Asian-
one of-
smaller potatoes, if you will.
Yeah.
So I think that's how Damage Control is going to move forward. In terms of Doomsday, I would love to get Hulk. One thing that I really wanted at least a little more clarity on is a little more. Like, we have to get something. There's no way we get Hulk finally show up on the big screen, like actually the
I
Hulk,
think that's
and
the
not
second word, yeah.
Smart Hulk, for the first time since Ragnarok. And then just that, and then it's just a cameo because that's almost what it was. Was almost just a cameo.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. There was some stuff about the scene that was awesome because they were hyping up the Spider-Man coming in with the Shocker Gauntlet thing, and he's gonna punch him, and he's just like, "No, you're not
Yeah.
gonna do that right now."
And that's
Um,
like souped up Spider-Man too getting blocked right there, right?
Mhm.
So they didn't. I think they're gonna have a coming out party for the Hulk. I think he's gonna finally.
Well,
be the Hulk.
who's getting rid of Doomsday or Doom?
It don't. That's not happening in this movie.
Right, but in Battle World, who's getting
Doom
rid
is.
of him? If we had to make a prediction right now based on the beginning of
Oh,
like
it's-
this Doomsday stuff,
Oh, can we get to that in a second?
Yeah.
Because that's-
I'm like,
that's
who's
a fun
finally
question.
taking Doom down.
yeah, we'll get to that. in a second.
Yeah,
Think about
but
it.
just in
And then-
terms of like what we're getting in Doomsday. So I think one of the big things will be, so the end credit scene for this, right? People have done a lot of speculating. Is it Miles Morales?
Right.
Is it Tom Holland back in space? What I think it could be
Cosmic Spider-Man.
is an incursion between 616 and Toby's universe.
Yeah.
And so we get the incursion that's happening with whatever, or an incursion that's happening. People are speculating that it's Tom Holland, Spider-Man in the Spider Tracker in space or whatever, and he's going into some cosmic whatever. other people are also speculating that it's another Spider-Man that's coming in. So it could be an incursion where we have whatever other universe colliding, where we get another Spider-Man. I think that's how that will come into play.
I think it's Venom.
So I don't think it's Venom because of one of the characters that they introduced. The police captain that he works with, Captain DeWolf.
Mm-hmm.
So her character, in a lot of the Spider-Man media, is killed by the Sin Eater, a serial killer, and whatever. Eddie Brock goes and covers the story, and I think he tries to frame Spider-Man for killing Captain DeWolf. And then that whole story plays out where he gets defamed because of whatever, and he gets all pissed off. And then when Spider-Man rejects the symbiote, it goes to him, and that's how we get Venom. That's probably going to happen with some of the upcoming next trilogy Spider-Man movies. So that's where it would make sense for
So
Venom
you're
to
gonna
come in.
you think that it's gonna be an Eddie Brock?
Eddie Brock Venom?
Yeah, because they haven't
If
really.
it's consistent, yeah. I mean, I think that what they did with Eddie Brock in Spider-Man 3 was fine.
Yeah.
Where he wasn't really there before, and he came in, and he was just Eddie Brock.
What if the twist was MJ's boyfriend becomes Venom? Because why would they get a big actor to come in for just like one scene?
That's very fair.
Yeah.
That's
what the one
very
thing was
fair.
like. Yeah.
And the way she was talking about him, how,
She's already kind of.
and then he's like controlling her or something, and
He's
like,
a big actor.
yeah, he was the kid
He's
from Star.
Oh, Ezra?
Esmond is fine. He's not like
I don't
he-
think he's
I don't know.
He's
considered
not
a
big, but
actor.
why? Okay, he's not a big actor, but also like.
Maybe I'm super biased. I am super biased. But I think it'd be
Right,
great to
he's
continue
amazing
seeing.
Ezra.
So I would be super down for something like that.
Okay.
There's
If he
other
turned
things
out
that
to
could
be
play
like
into
Eddie
as
Brock.
well. That would
As
be
long as it's not Flash Thompson. I swear to
Yeah.
God. If
Well,
he,
No, so
becomes
Flash,
Agent Venom.
Flash Thompson is, I don't know, I feel like they're doing very little with him in this,
Yeah.
which is kind of whatever.
Yeah.
Honestly, my favorite Flash Thompson from the Spider-Man movies is Andrew Garfield's Flash.
Yeah.
I like that Flash.
Well,
the
it's
best.
just-
I don't want to fight me neither. Is not good enough. for you?
Iconic.
Iconic.
But separate thing. So if they do a route like that, that could be in this universe where Spider-Man gets MJ back. Whatever happens, Spider-Man gets MJ back. They get back together.
Ezra
Stuff-
lost his girlfriend to Spider-Man, so he's Venom.
yeah.
So, and that, I mean, yeah, that's kind of what how Eddie Brock kind of be tripping. So it could be something like that, but then that also opens up the opportunity for the deal that Spider-Man makes with Mephisto. Because in the comics, Spider-Man makes a deal with Mephisto to save Aunt May's life, but Mephisto, being a terrible being, destroys his marriage as a result of it. Makes them forget about each other
Oh,
and
sure.
completely
Okay,
lose their
that's the
marriage.
sacrifice.
So it could be something where they come around like that.
What about Ned being Hobgoblin? You think that's a
No shot.
thing with
I
the next
really-
three? I mean, he's got the tracker. He's got the.
No, only because I just. What do you guys think about that? Actually, what do you guys think about that last scene?
the
What do you guys? Where's your brain go when you see that?
Immediately, I
him
just
and Ned?
thought that.
Yeah, with him and Ned.
I thought
Wait,
that.
let Dan go.
Okay.
I want to hear Dan's bad take on this.
I mean,
I don't-
you're gonna hear it
I
either
don't
way.
have much of anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
well,
really
that's why
think
it's bad.
immediately I thought she got into their minds. They would remember things like, remember the captain or the guy was like, oh, Sarah, made up a story, and then he's
Yeah.
like, wait a second, you go back and see your memories when she's in your consciousness.
No, that's the story he made up.
Yeah, he
you,
lied.
you don't see anything. Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you
My
mean she
God,
doesn't see anything? She went to Spider-Man's and
No,
saw the
she
past.
does. They don't.
Right.
know.
Listen,
I was acknowledging
Yeah.
that he made that up.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how he was like, he deciphered, oh my
Yeah.
God, I'm so stupid because you said that, blah, blah, blah. So when she went into MJ's mind the first time, it was just like not knowing Spider-Man and stuff like that. And then I think in the level up, she went back in there. I mean, there was a lot of time that they were frozen, right?
Yeah, and you think that during
I
that
think
time she
during that
unlocked her
time-
memory.
well, she was crying.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
I didn't
don't.
see anyone else crying.
I mean, that's my theory. And, I don't think it's lazy. I think it's like, okay, it's a telepath in your mind unlocking things. But, I mean, it's.
Yeah, I think that
I don't think that's what happened.
I also agree with this
I don't
because
think that's impossible.
I think
It's not-
that
it's not possible.
he saved her and from her mind
Mm.
and the things that she was going to do.
So she
and
did it. for
so
him.
she said, you know what?
These are the people you love. I'm
And
gonna-
yeah, the people you love, MJ, she met MJ and she said, "Oh, there's not a thing in." It's like foreshadowing. Yeah, there's things there. It's just locked up.
Right. Just like
So
they
I
lock
think
up the
she just
Phoenix thing.
unlocked it, and that's why MJ was rubbing her thing. And Ned, I mean, yeah, muscle. People like muscle memory.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So that was definitely muscle,
Of course. And then he clicked.
which was really cool.
But you
Yeah.
don't think that a good movie has good foreshadowing, good like you know what I mean? Like
I think there was bits and pieces that they put around that they remembered at the end.
I don't
Okay.
think so. I don't think
Okay.
MJ unlocks anything.
so what would you like to hopefully our stuff never gets erased again. But like when we go back to this moment in time.
I swear to God.
Doctor Strange casting a spell. I'm gonna make everyone forget
Yeah,
the claim
well,
the second claim to
He's gonna have an
fame YouTube
aneurysm.
channel.
We
Our
go
stuff
back
gets
to this
erased again.
moment and you sit there and you're just like really entrenched in this thought process. What are you gonna say?
Well, what do you think it is? I want to know what
You'd
his
be like, oh,
opinion-
that was lazy. That was like shouldn't have had to happen that
No,
way.
I don't care how it happens or whatever. I just don't think that's what happened.
So what do you think happened?
I just think it's muscle memory. Like, doesn't have to have an explanation.
You want
So
payoffs?
So then, what do you think about him saying, "Oh, Peter," like the last line?
Oh, you didn't catch that? Were you too worried about Blade and
no, he's
vampires?
definitely one here. Remember?
Or did you just not really think anything about it?
He's thinking right now.
That's his
That's
thing.
his thinking face.
She-
Zoom up on it.
Mary Jane told him his name was Peter.
So that is one thing that I did think.
When
they do
he's
the
going away and
handshake.
she goes Peter, and he goes, Spider-Man's name
His
is
name
Peter?
is Peter.
And
Yeah,
then
but
they
he
do
said
the
Peter
thing,
like, oh, Peter, not like, oh,
yeah,
Peter, I just
'cause
met
it's
you
Spider-Man,
3 days ago,
'cause
Peter.
because he's
So
just
I-
making the connection, Peter, Spider-Man.
So I
And then the
also
thing-
did have that thought that
That's
maybe
what-
it's
that's what I
just
think it
that
is.
they do the handshake because he introduces himself as Peter. They do the handshake. They had all of that friend stuff, and that was one of my favorite scenes. Honestly, actually, was when she was like, "Do you want to come up?"
so good.
And
Yeah,
when
it was
Ned
so
walks away, when he goes, "Man, I really missed you guys," I was like,
Yeah.
"That's a good scene.
Yes,
That's a really good scene."
I do have to interject one thing, just because you said something that blew me away. Muscle memory for something that intricate is very like.
Also, you don't remember it happened. You don't
No,
remember the
don't,
handshake.
don't dismiss it. Don't dismiss it.
If
don't
it's
be dismissive.
wait, you muscle memory. If they have no memories of it,
Right.
there's no muscle memory.
They have no memory of Peter Parker. It doesn't mean he doesn't have memory of the handshake.
no, they have no
Yeah.
memory.
Muscle
Yeah,
memory.
because they
You
never
can-
knew
yeah,
him.
muscle memory is you don't have to have any active memory of something. Your muscles just take over. Like you go to ride a bike or you go to play a game or something.
All right,
like
this
that.
is like the
So-
same
so-
theory. It's like, hey, we're
We,
sitting in a,
we don't need to get into neurology, but the part of the brain that holds like normal memory and the part of the brain that's like more motor function are not the same thing.
Sure.
So if we're talking like
You can have
neurologically,
no memory and so muscle.
Okay, but do you understand that?
What do you think
when they
Mr.
fir-
Sinister thinks of this?
when they first met?
well, I
two,
think Kylo Ren.
they touched hands and there was nothing there. You didn't see that, right? When they first initially.
Well, Peter initiated the like
He didn't-
actual handshake
Yeah.
They
part.
didn't do the handshake then. They
Oh, I
did
can't.
it.
I just can't wait.
I-
I'm clipping the hell out of
That
this.
whole
Yeah.
35
Why not?
seconds of your face looking like that, I'm gonna get that put on a Pokemon card and call it Diglett. And
I just can't wait until they're like, oh.
Dan Trio.
Either way,
Dan Trio.
And in my thing,
Sure.
Ned is muscle memory, and MJ
rubbing her necklace is
rubbing
what?
the necklace is just her trying. She knows the whole
Something is
situation
missing.
now.
Okay.
Yeah, but
she
then
read
she
the
doesn't
letter.
know he gave her the
So
necklace.
this is what we're gonna do.
How do you know it's not in the letter?
We're gonna pull.
You read the whole letter.
We're gonna put a poll out. We're gonna put a poll out.
That's her sitting there trying to remember.
What
trying to
mu-
figure
what
it out.
muscle
trying
mem-
to do her thing where she says, "Oh," in the other movie where she says, "I'll figure
I
it out
figured
again."
it out. I figured it out before I could
All
figure
right,
it
hold
out
on.
again. So,
What muscle memory thing that you think we'll make a poll right now? What muscle memory thing that you, if your mind got wiped, that you could do?
I just
Anything
played the
have
drums
muscle
this weekend
memory
for the first
for.
time in 17 years, and it worked. So
But you got hit with the, you got hit with the Men in Black scene, and then you're like, yeah, baby, boom, you're whiplashing it.
Probably
Like,
better, right? Because you don't have nothing to hold
go
you
back
back.
and play a video game you played as a kid and haven't played since. You have no memory.
All right,
of
we're gonna. The
it
next
now,
live
and
we're
I
gonna do
gotta
is
play
you
it.
playing Mario 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Muscle memory.
So I
played
People
Mario
have said a
Kart
lot
all
of stuff
the
about
time,
it.
though.
I do think that it could be something like that.
It'd be cool.
Jean is an Omega level mutant.
Sure.
She is
That's the thing,
she is
I'm not
capable of
dismissing that it
whatever.
could happen.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I
Um,
don't think it is.
It'd be
She
a
could
cool
definitely
little
do
way
that.
to.
When he said, "Oh, Peter," my initial thought was that he put the pieces together of like
Because he's smart.
yeah, because he's smart. Okay,
And she
so
said he would do it.
Spider-Man
tracker.
mysteriously showed up in my life consistently. I have no but somehow I have no idea who this is.
Right.
MJ confirmed that Spider-Man's name is Peter, and then you come over and we're all buddy buddy. And then you introduce yourself as Peter, and we do this really familial handshake.
Yeah.
I think there's enough stuff there for Ned to be like, Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and Spider-Man was around me all this time, and this and this and that. So I think there's enough for him to maybe not necessarily get all of his memory back just from that, for him to be like, oh, there's a lot more to this. What other people are also saying is that because Ned does have innate magical ability, that with all of these things, he is able to regain his memory because he has some kind of innate magical ability. And so with the emotional and personal ties, he's able to kind of break the spell in that
I like
way.
Well, do you think if they pivot with all this stuff and he's putting it together, trackers, all this kind of stuff, that they could pivot to like a Hobgoblin then?
I don't think they do.
Because then he's like upset that you erased my memory, you did these things
No.
without my consent.
Okay, so the only thing that I will say that would be really good and heartbreaking about that is in No Way Home, he goes up to Peter and says, "Hey, I'll never turn into a supervillain and try to
Right.
kill you," after he hears about
Yeah,
Harry
Right.
and
So
stuff like
the-
that.
I mean,
Oh,
these are just
one
opening
other
up.
thing about that is when she said, "Oh, you should tell him he can handle it." Maybe that was a foreshadowing to like he's gonna
Right.
put it together anyway. He's so smart, right?
Because-
you got to remember
I mean, yeah,
these
he was
guys went
calling
to
out,
MIT.
he was calling out his
He's the
stuff.
guy in the chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Also, I like the Gene thing better, but you know,
I think they just set
I
it
like
up
that it's
they could do
open
all
ended.
these
Exactly.
things with
I
it.
like that it's open ended,
And there's
and you need a payoff, right?
I need a payoff for Blade
Oh,
Oh,
we
my
really
God.
went back to
and
Blade?
Star Fox.
All right, I
Star
can't wait
Fox?
until the Blade
Yeah,
movie
Harry
comes.
Styles,
You need
Thanos'
a payoff
brother
for Star
in the
Fox?
Eternals. I need a payoff for Star Fox.
You need one.
I'm putting your
I
head.
Is that what you
I need
Blade.
to know.
What's the frog from
First
Star
of all,
Fox?
you want to know what I really need?
My boy
Slippy?
Slippy the
Yeah, this
Toad,
is Slippy
baby.
over here.
What I really need a payoff for Eternals, other than Black Knight and Star Fox, is it's been how many years since the Celestials said they were going to come and destroy the Earth?
Yeah.
Did they just like forget?
Maybe that's a mutant saga.
Maybe they got hit with the spell.
Nah, bro, they
from
saw the
Doctor
new
Strange.
Avengers, and they're like, oh, we
Yeah.
don't want to mess with 3 super soldiers.
my
They
God.
saw
In a
Bob.
century.
That's what they did.
I just cannot
They-
believe
they-
that
they saw Bob
we talked
and
about
went,
an
"Oh,
amazing
Century,
movie
we're out."
for an hour and 20 minutes.
Listen,
God, I
and you,
love
I
that movie.
want
and you went back
I
to
want
Blade
every
and
single
Star
thing to pay
Fox.
it off. I want
What?
every Easter egg to pay off. I want every cameo to pay off. Where the hell's Clea?
And in Doctor Strange 3.
That one,
When's
they
that
that
happening?
one they could be off doing incursion
Yes,
stuff.
in
That one,
another-
I'm like,
yeah,
they could be
come on,
off doing
Dan.
incursion
Oh,
stuff.
man.
They'll be
You
back.
want-
in
I'm
Doomsday.
gonna,
You want
going
everything
home.
in one.
I'm
They'll be
going
back
home.
in Doomsday. There's no
Listen,
way they're not back.
I'm going
No,
home
you
and I'm
use
watching
a body
Eternals.
wash that has 5
it better be
different
good.
ingredients in it.
There's no way you're gonna do that.
You said one.
You're damn right.
I watch 27 Marvel movies a year. I don't give a damn about
Wait,
superhero fatigue.
Is the Eternals worth
everything.
watching?
Yes, absolutely.
When
You
you
heard
say
it first.
when you say it like that,
I'm
it
watching it.
means
I'm going to go home
no.
and watch it right now.
Okay.
Our birthday's in 30 minutes. That's going to be my birthday present to
oh,
you.
don't do that to yourself. No.
How long's the movie?
It's like
3
4
hours.
hours of just
never mind.
droning on about
It's not that.
Celestial.
Yeah.
Did you watch?
So
it?
what we're going to do,
Exactly. You don't get to talk.
we
if
haven't
you don't
done,
watch it.
I mean, we don't do a weekly show anymore because there's not really anything. And this guy hasn't watched Game of Thrones.
And we missed
we missed.
a bunch of
X-Men
stuff.
Yeah.
we
We
missed-
missed 97. We missed Maul.
Is 97 over?
Not
2
yet.
more weeks.
Okay.
This
And then-
weekend
and
Let's
is-
catch up to
and it-
97.
It is completely over?
No, for-
just the season.
Just the season.
Let's
Yeah.
catch up on 97.
I'll catch up on 97 and then we'll talk about
We'll
it.
Yeah,
talk
we could
about
do
it.
a like finale.
Yes.
Well,
But I wanna
especially,
do a Maul
especially
thing.
too, if the theories that the X-Men in Doomsday are the 97 Universe X-Men.
I know. I heard people talking about that.
Are you gonna cry when Shang-Chi kills your boy? Or what?
First of all, I'm gonna cry the minute he gets on screen. I'm gonna cry the entire
If they
time
do
he's on
something
screen.
like if
And
they
yes, 100% I'm
if
gonna
they
cry.
multiverse of madness it, like I would be so upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
Man, we got
such
2
a bad
walkouts, huh? We got
that
you
would be
walking
such
out,
a
you-
bad thing to do. again.
Yeah. Are you walking out if Gambit gets killed?
No, I know he's probably gonna get killed. They can't leave Gambit around and dust Doom like that.
Just do. Okay, all right, go back to the last predictions.
Cool.
Who takes Doom out?
Yeah.
If Gambit stays alive,
That's a great question.
Let's just do a theory quickly because that would be good to reference back
Okay.
on.
Who
I
do
feel like
think,
I
or-
need to
Sure,
see
well-
Doomsday before I can have any semblance of a good
There's
guess.
got to be like
That
a-
was such a good answer.
I have two potential guesses.
all right.
What I think they're gonna do and what I don't want them to do
Okay.
is the power of friendship. Like a bunch of people are gonna get together and they're gonna take him out
So
as
Captain
a
Planet.
group. Like yeah, they're gonna Captain Planet. They're gonna power friendship it with Thor and Steve and
then a Celestial comes
yeah,
out, and it's got
whatever,
the Black Knight
yeah.
hammer.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Is what they're gonna do. What I would like them to do is whatever like big name hero that they're gonna go
Push
for,
over.
like leading into the next
Push
section,
over, yeah.
be the one who does it.
Okay.
If they're gonna do a whole thing where like they kill off half the people and then they're gonna start like soft reboot things with new characters pushing forward, I want them to, if they're bringing in the X-Men, bring in X-Men or something and have them be the ones to take
Okay.
him out.
Okay.
Have whoever's going to be the flagship,
Carrier.
version
Well,
of like
Wolverine,
the Iron
but
Man.
they
of
can't do
going
that,
forward.
so,
Well,
okay.
it's not going to be
All
Wolverine.
right. I
But-
think
Always Wolverine.
I think what they'll do,
Well, say what you don't want.
I don't think they put Wolverine.
what
in
I
for a
don't
while.
want is Thor to do it.
I mean, they got plenty of time with Hugh Jackman. He's not close to 90 yet.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be Thor.
Nah.
I don't want it to
think
be.
it will.
I think Thor dies.
I don't want it to be anyone of like that like.
They are really screwed.
Yeah, no Thor. Okay.
I would rather it not be any of the
It's
older-
kind of. I'm gonna be kind of hypocritical here. I don't want it to be Thor.
Captain America.
I want it to be Loki.
Nah, I don't think
mean,
that's happening.
He's like the time thing, and it's not like direct.
I think Loki's getting snatched.
I don't think he's direct. I don't think he directly defeats Doom, like hand-to-hand combat stuff. I think he goes back, sacrifices himself in a timeline to stop it from happening, and I think that's how they do it.
Okay.
I think they've set up this whole incursions and all these timelines and stuff like that, and the only way to stop that from happening is to like go back to the beginning and him not make that deal with like Thanos and all that kind of stuff, and he has to like consume himself.
I mean, now you got to assume that's a timeline that he looks at over and over again.
Right, and then he goes back to it and goes, "This is where it all kind of began, all the Kangs, all the this, all this," and then that's where the reset happens.
Do you think? I was going to say, do you think if that's what it goes back to, do you think that that's how they branch out to the new timeline?
Yeah, I think,
going
and then
forward?
the younger people come in. and then-
Timeline reset.
Like you have to save one timeline to be the main story, and he goes, I wanted this one, and then they say, oh, by doing so, you're going to erase this, and he's like, we have to though. Like that's the only way to beat this Doom. I think
So-
that's how they do it.
Yeah,
Because
the
I don't
problem
think
is
you
though
beat
is
Doom,
that
I think
the
you just-
X-Men are in this timeline now. So like if you're racing, if they do the Battle World thing where every timeline becomes a one,
Mhm.
and then they erase like
Everyone's memory.
everyone from before it, like the Captain America, the like Steve Rogers and those guys, they make the ultimate
Well,
sacrifice to.
I think what happens is the flagship person is Spider-Man. And Spider-Man tells the stories of the Avengers, like he has in every movie so far. You know, to the other Spider-Man, oh, I'm part of the Avengers. and
Avenger.
stuff. I think he's the one that
Right.
tells the story, and that's the guy that becomes the next, Tony, like the next, Captain America type, guy.
What I don't want is them to do like an Iron Man variant coming back, and it's Robert Downey Jr.
Oh,
as a
that's
different Iron
Making
Man,
another sacrifice.
making another sacrifice. But God knows what they're gonna do, because how did they get him to come back? You're gonna play Doom. He doesn't want his legacy to be. If I was Robert Downey Jr., I wouldn't want my legacy of Iron Man to be erased by a Doom. Not that it wouldn't be a bad thing, but like
Maybe that's how
if
you
they're
look at
going
it.
to erase all the Avengers,
I don't think his legacy of Iron Man is erased.
But if we're getting rid of all the old dinosaurs
Yeah.
to get the new ones in, and the last thing you remember about Robert Downey Jr. is that
for
he's
20 years.
doesn't
I
matter.
watched
He's-
Infinity
want-
War
do you
recently,
want
and I
him-
was like, man, it's like riding a bike watching him play Iron Man again.
Yeah,
I can understand why you don't want that because I don't want that either.
yeah. I don't want that.
What would you? What is your
I would
shot
like
in the
to
dark?
see. I would like to see like the power of friendship with the X-Men. They take care of it, but not like what you think. Like power, like it's like because they're getting after
Teamwork.
that is the X-Men. They're not going to do origin stories.
Well, hold on.
They're
hold
going to
on.
have to do an X-Men that took care of this, and now it's their story of mutants versus humans.
Right. I think Mike's right here. I'll interject real quick. They started off the Marvel stuff with these solo films to build it into the Avengers, right? Assemble the Avengers.
Yeah.
I think when they reset, they already start with teams, so that they're not building stuff anymore. Because like
And then do
X-Men is a
solo
team.
movies.
Yeah, Fantastic Four is a team, right? These are teams.
That won't make sense with the way they have Jean Grey then. though.
So
They'd
you
have to
think
just
that
drop Sync Sync and do a
the
whole new
X-Men
Jean
that
Grey?
we're gonna get in this movie are gonna be the one that we're gonna get in this universe are gonna be the ones to take out Doom?
Mm-hmm.
The reason I don't think that they're gonna do that is because if you take this team, kind of introduce them to this like they kind of have to. If you start at Doom, what are you going? You're going.
Mephisto.
Then you go down to Mr. Sinister. Like
Well,
I don't want to
Apocalypse.
slander Mr. Sinister.
I think it's Apocalypse next.
Do you think they go straight into a pod? Because
I
I
think
think
the Avengers
from
saga
That's
is-
Doom,
also why
from
some people think it's the 97 X-Men.
yeah, so from Doom, I could see it being Jean. I could see it. I could see them going to a Phoenix Saga. I could see them obviously going to an Age of Apocalypse. I just think there's a lot of other stories that can be told, especially with the rumored things. So basically, I just don't think it'll be that. But I wouldn't be mad because the X-Men.
Sure.
I don't want it to be. I don't want to be an Iron Man, Steve Rogers, stuff like that. Listen,
yeah,
man.
no, it's just
okay.
that's the Marvel fatigue.
I mean, if they do that, I think they should actually. If that's the route that they want to go, I think that they should put Anthony Mackie in a box floating down the river at that point.
I mean,
Like,
they're
if that's
doing
what
it
they're
to-
going to
They're
do.
doing to Blade. They're doing to
Um,
Wonder Man. They're doing to
Exactly.
So,
They're doing it to Blade and Wonder Man and Anthony Mackie. There's something familiar about all three of these characters. How
Been a while.
strange.
yeah,
So I don't want it to be anything like that. I don't necessarily. I
Who-
don't
who
want
takes
it to
out
be
God, King,
I-
Emperor,
God,
Emperor.
King, Emperor, Doom,
Yeah.
whoever.
Anthony Mackie.
So I do.
I know.
I don't.
Yeah,
What's
but
it called?
it's
I don't
very
want it
different
to
from
be.
8 Mile,
I don't want it to be
Papa
too
Doc.
similar to what they did with Thanos.
Yeah.
I don't want it to have to be a whole other kind of go back in time kind of deal. I'm imagining there could be a big sacrifice aspect to it. I think we'll have kind of more educated guesses after this, and if they do Battle World, because the whole thing with Battle World, there's also like this arc that Reed Richards creates that has like, a certain group of characters on it. That even after the whole Battle World reset, they still have their memories. So I think it could be one of the characters that ends up on that. If I just had to complete shot in the dark of who I would want to see do it, give it to my boy Benjamin Grimm. Give it to my boy Benjamin Grimm.
Yeah,
Like,
Him with a
shit.
Yancey Street haymaker.
Nah, see, look, I know that people are going to be clowning that, but y'all don't that boy Ben Grimm one-shots Galactus in some of the comics.
Yeah.
Like, some comic Ben Grimms are
He-
kind of
he-
cracked
He
out.
beat the Hulk.
He puts hands to the
all
Hulk.
right. We're
Not
very
always,
contradictory here. We got punching through time Hulk versus. Just on that note, would you be mad if it's the Hulk that does it? The real Maestro.
No,
Give me Maestro.
if we get like Maestro Hulk ripping him to shreds, I'm not gonna be mad.
Okay.
I wouldn't be
But I
upset.
mean,
better
like-
not be his kid though. I swear to God, I will walk out. She-Hulk.
Scar.
If it's She-Hulk, I'm leaving. I
Oh,
see
Miss
She-Hulk on
Marvel?
the screen. I'm leaving.
But I think
hope
because
it's there.
I don't know, I look at kind of what we had from if it's Johnny, if Johnny makes a sacrifice, I wouldn't be mad about that. Because I guess if we look at the Fantastic Four that we got, like that was a hella strong Sue Storm.
Oh, hell,
That was a hella strong Sue Storm.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's her.
Yeah, if she just cracks him open, I mean,
Takes her kid.
Here's one of the things too. We talk like it's a definitive he has to be defeated. I also wouldn't be upset if Victor Von Doom was a looming threat.
It's not him though. It's not going to be Robert Downey Jr.'s.
I would.
It will
no,
be a
it,
different-
I,
it will be a
it
different-
has to be.
It will be a
Victor Von
variant of Doom. I think what they'll do
Cillian Murphy.
is if they kill Doom, it will be either another Doom or Apocalypse, or because I think
I'd be so down for it to be
I think
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse will
that would
show
be
up,
Fantastic.
or a variant of Doom will show up. That's maybe the real Doom and rip him apart. I just don't think it can't be friend power up. It can't be.
Give my man Benjamin Grimm.
I would love it too, but I think it's gonna be
Just
another.
one Hulk, one thing punch.
Yeah,
Smushes
it's
his
either
head
it's either,
together.
I would love to see Doom come down.
Yeah, and then they
or,
kiss.
Apocalypse
Well,
come
it's gonna
out,
be some
rip the
silly shit,
fabric
like-
of time, and just rip
It's
him
gonna
apart.
be like Deadpool. Oh, before we,
Oh, Deadpool.
I can't wait to see Deadpool, Spider-Man, Punisher. If they put them three together and just jabron them around with Wolverine in the back, yo, that's
I
what
mean,
I'm looking for.
Frank is going to shoot him.
They have
and
to
then he's
get
going to
the-
get back
they have
up.
to
Like,
get the
they're
right
going to do
casting for
that.
Wolverine. I'm afraid what they're going to do.
What do you
for
mean the
Wolverine.
right casting? He's,
I know.
He's not even close to 90
I know.
yet.
I know he could do it until he's 90, probably, but like.
No, I agree. I agree.
I
They-
think
they
just
have to
gotta
have
do them
the-
right, and like the other one they gotta do right. Two more, Xavier and Magneto.
Of course.
If they don't do those right, you might as well kiss the X-Men goodbye.
Michael Fassbender was so
I
good.
know.
He was so,
But so was
good.
Ian McKellen, too. Jeebus.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a big shoes to. That's the thing with like.
That's crazy. I love Magneto. Magneto just one of my favorite
They
characters.
have to do Magneto right.
Thankfully,
Xavier?
I don't think they fumbled Magneto yet.
No, they haven't. That's why I'm afraid.
Yeah,
What
so-
about Kingpin?
Kingpin-
Not
For
taking
what?
care, not taking care of things, but like
Taking
being the
care
next,
of Kingpin.
being the next big bad.
Neil the big bad.
I think Kingpin
Why don't you
street
call your
level.
boy up right now? Ask him.
I think Kingpin
have a couple
street level is good.
Oh, true.
Yeah, call him over. Hey, what's up, man? Hey,
What's
are
up?
you in
How's the
Doomsday?
island?
You in Doomsday, brother? I just want to know. But,
I just think I don't want it to be like this movie was 2.5 hours long.
Yep.
Good.
yeah.
Oh, it
Don't
was
give me
2.5
Avengers
hours of
movie
art,
that's
baby.
an hour and 45 minutes, and then we're just like, everyone's at the end of Infinity War.
No.
Oh, that,
Remember that?
Well,
It's
gonna
that
happen.
that
Remember
makes-
how pissed people were? in the
Oh,
movie theater?
first of all, I want something like that to happen again. There are very
There's
few
no way this is a
moments
like-
in theaters in movies that have that kind of impact, and like that was so great to be a part of.
Yeah, it was funny.
One, it was so great to experience it for the first time, and then it was so great when I went to watch the movie again in the theater
watch what was coming?
watch
Yeah.
know what was coming and be like, how
we
y'all
saw
gonna
we saw
react?
that one all together, right?
Yeah.
Because the big ones we usually see
War.
together.
No, Endgame we saw together.
No, I was at a wedding during Endgame.
So then it was
Someone
Infinity.
else's Endgame.
But
Oh,
I
so stupid.
but I hope
I snuck.
I hope there's
snuck the
something
whatever
there.
it takes line into my best man speech.
Nice.
So when I said it, the groom started laughing. Everyone else was like, "Oh, that's such a thoughtful kind of thing to talk about marriage advice, whatever it takes." But he started laughing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh,
No,
man.
I hope the end of Doomsday ends with something that provokes emotion.
I
in
hope
some
that
way.
this is what I
Great.
hope.
I
hope-
would very much.
I hope
like that.
Kane comes back and it just messes everybody up.
Let me get around my tongue.
I don't even care if it's
Immortus.
Jonathan Majors or whatever. Just
Yeah.
bring Kane back and just
If they
say.
do the whole '97 thing,
So I don't know what happened in '97.
Yeah,
so
they're-
Ramadan.
they're not-
I've
they're not
already
coming
saw
back.
some stuff on it, but like, I think
I'll
that
get back to Magneto being the big bad, man. I would love that, man.
so. Going, we could talk forever.
Oh,
About this.
did I just? Yeah. I hate you guys. I hate
All
all of you.
right, so
I love me
so
some Magneto.
let me ask you this:
onslaught.
Oh,
Would you
please.
be mad
That's also
when they introduce the X-Men? They do a
No,
non-traditional.
I wouldn't. I don't care what you're gonna say.
Yeah,
next. I
like a
wouldn't.
Mr. Sinister, rather than like the traditional. I know they
Well,
did
first
it in
of all,
'97.
Hold on, I got a question.
first of all, give me Mr. Sinister.
I'm like,
any
this
day.
is what I'm on. The
I-
time that I'm on with
Dude.
Mr. Sinister.
What
Like,
about Adam Driver as Mr. Sinister?
I think he could do
That-
phenomenal
he
with
could do
that.
phenomenal.
Hold
things.
on. Do you think that they need to go to right away to another big
big bad? No.
overarching bad, or they can
The
start
next,
at this level.
I'm calling it right now. The next big bad is
Mephisto?
no
No, Apocalypse. They're
Apocalypse.
going to do an Avengers
no.
Age of Apocalypse.
Like,
Avenger Age of Apocalypse.
what I think is that literally, like, sure, they could do Age of Apocalypse and Avengers. I feel like they can go back to doing a longer payoff, though. Like, Doom was introduced in Fantastic Four. He's got these 2 movies in, like, within 3 years.
I
it's
just
gonna
don't
be
think they
over.
go that. I don't think they go that fast into it.
Do Apocalypse, have him be a looming threat, but give us a few.
Give us 10
5
15 years.
Nah, but
5
we are,
years
when did
of
Endgame
movies
come
to
out?
Lead up to it.
20
17?
before
Endgame?
COVID.
Before COVID?
Yeah.
2018.
2018, at least it was 8 years is a long time. And this isn't wrapping up until Secret Wars, which comes out next year.
But
so
the one thing
that's
about that
already
is
10 years. So if we're thinking about payoff, like,
Doom hasn't been part of the whole year.
How do you know?
so we had Thanos
know?
for however
Because it
many
was gonna
years.
be
Right.
Kang.
And now we've had this build up for however many years
Well, you
until
got-
this next huge ensemble Avengers Endgame going to be Secret Wars big thing.
Sure.
So I don't think they do a like, all right, well we did that, we're going straight into the next big one. It doesn't follow a pattern, but also it's like,
But you got to remember, they canceled the original plan, which
Yeah.
was setting up for
Hold
the
on,
last.
hold on. What if they just
8 years.
stop doing Avengers after Secret Wars and just go to other things?
Huh?
Well, wait a second. Hold on.
They-
You're
mean-
telling me that Spider-Man is not an Avenger movie. It
He's an
just
anomaly.
does as well.
He's an anomaly, dude.
But I'm just saying,
A
if they can
billion?
do other movies at that same level,
I don't
why?
think they know how.
What?
I don't think
What?
they know
Wait,
how.
what?
I think the
I
next
don't
X-Men
think
thing
they
after this
know
is
how.
Sinister. I think they drop in the, kind of
So you think Blade's
it
gonna
more
be
huge.
huge
Yes.
big bad and more like an
No,
X-Men
it's
movie
not coming out.
that is just X-Men.
You don't think it's
I
I
ever
think it's
coming
going to
out?
build
I
up
don't.
to Apocalypse, though.
Yes, absolutely.
That's
Yeah, 'cause
that's what I
Sinister
think.
Apocalypse.
I think the- I think
they
the-
seed and apocalypse for the next
Thanos,
5 years.
Doom,
and then bring it.
Apocalypse.
Wait, so let me ask you this. In the comic book stuff, this version of Doom is stronger than Apocalypse, though, right?
Not yet. No.
I thought Apocalypse was like the first mutant and could like survive like basically
Apocalypse is
everything,
like
but,
a god.
Yeah.
Like the
Apocalypse is
X-Men
good.
actually don't ever really beat
he's a
Apocalypse.
god.
Apocalypse has never.
Like he doesn't
been
he
good.
doesn't actually lose ever.
Okay, so
He just kind of goes
So
away for a
God,
little bit.
God Emperor Doom is the strongest form of Doom.
Which this isn't.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm telling you right now, we're getting the bait and switch. I think that Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom
Is
is like
not.
the good Doom, like the Doom that's going to help them defeat this Doom. Because there is no way that we get introduced to God King Emperor Doom in an end credit scene, and then two
Well,
movies.
First of all, I don't think this at all. Nothing shows this as God King Emperor Doom.
That's what I just said, brother. You know, you're not
I don't
listening
think.
to me?
I don't think
No.
they put him in.
What
Yeah,
they
that's
what
what
it
he said.
from everything going on, what might sound like they're doing is they take kind of what they were trying to do with Kang and they're going to kind of
Sure.
do it with Doom,
Sure.
Yes.
effectively.
Sure. Okay.
The speech that Doom gives in the trailer sounds like he is speaking kind of a like we have this big bad battle coming. With some of the scenes that people think that Doom was cropped out of, like the one with the new Avengers, the Fantastic Four, the old Avengers, Ant-Man, Thor, that group.
Oh, they think that Doom's
And they
in
think
there?
that Doom
Yeah.
was because there's a spot in between the Fantastic Four that looks like someone could be standing there. Some people are thinking that's Doom, so it could be that Doom is speaking is kind of there's a Doom that's working with them of like, hey, there's a one of me coming, and it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, like
So
the
it
whole
could
Kang
be
thing.
something that
Just
that's
like
kind of how
Kang.
they're doing.
Yeah, King had
that
a
they're
King.
effectively
But
doing.
I don't think that bad Doom is God King Doom either.
Do you think it's just Apocalypse?
Do you think he
straight
gets
up?
there in Secret War, where they have Battle World?
If I was Marvel, no.
Okay.
I would leave Doom as a constant looming threat. I would
Yeah.
have Doom in this, have Doom in Secret
So you're
War.
talking about long-term payout.
Yeah. Have Doom.
Not like it.
Yeah. Have
Wait,
Doom
could it be
continue
Thanos in
on.
that? Could it be Thanos in that? Like it CGI'd Thanos in there?
No.
No.
Could it be? If you're good enough with Photoshop.
I think
An
Robert Downey
alternate
Jr.
universe Thanos.
Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom is not the big bad. There's no way he signed on to
When
be
does
the
this
big
movie
bad.
come out?
December.
4 months. Someone just leak it now, so we can watch it and just get over.
I just don't see him. His ultimate payoff, Dan's big thing, is that he's the big bad.
Well, he did so many movies where he was the big good. Why not?
The big good.
Why not be the big?
You're the
bad?
big good.
You're the big bad.
You're the big good.
It's definitely the big bad.
I'm just telling you right
Yeah,
now.
I don't know.
I'm just telling you right now. He's not.
I'm Apocalypse.
There's just too much cryptic stuff that he's doing, like, you know, when he's sitting in the chair and he's doing like the little whisper, like don't say anything. Like, I think they're just, you know, he's sitting in his director's chair where it says Doom or Robert Downey Jr. Doom, and he's like, there's a picture of it, and he's like,
Yeah, that was from the reveal when
Yeah.
they showed all the different
Right.
chairs.
Yeah.
and I
Okay,
think
whatever.
he's there, he's alluding
I think
to.
we're just speculating
10 years
a little
ago, dog.
too
You're
a little
talking
too far.
I think that I think we're getting a little bait and switch here with it.
Whatever. I think
And I think that all the scenes that we see people
So who do you
shaking
think's playing
hands
the
and
bad Doom?
meeting, I think Doom's in those.
Yeah, so people think that Doom is standing next to them
Yeah,
when
it's potential. Who do you
he's
think's
try-
playing the bad Doom then?
Cillian Murphy.
It's not
we get a
Robert Downey
Mickelson.
Jr.
We got a Mickelson.
That wouldn't be bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would
or
be good too.
Henry Cavill. You could do it. Shut your mouth. Don't say anything because you messed up. You messed up Superman. Just
Wait,
don't
did they
talk.
do that?
Pass on that.
My only problem with that is, okay, he's going to be the good Doom. Then that's going to give him all the more reason to want to take his mask off and show his face.
Who cares?
I care.
What is the problem
What
with
if
that?
it's what if it's
do
Tom
not
Cruise
want
is
it
the
have-
bad Doom?
If
Ultimate
fine,
Iron
Tom
Man.
Cruise, that's fine. If he takes that mask off at any point in time, and there's not just a scarred up face. If that's just Tony Stark, you got the goatee and everything. That's Tony Stark's face on there.
Franklin Richards healed him.
Marvel is dead. If they do that.
Marvel will never die. DC's dead. DC's clay facing it right now. Like,
Wait,
come on.
hold on.
Clayface looks amazing.
So
It does.
if it's Tony,
It's like-
if it's Tony Stark variant, and then the
That-
next
he's the
day,
good Doom.
the next day they drop and say Blade's coming out. Dude. You're not watching Blade. You're never gonna. You're just like,
The
done with
ultimate
it.
payoff.
He takes off the mask. It's Blade.
I'm
It's
fine with
Wesley
that.
Snipes, and he's like, "There's
No,
only
it's
one Doom.
it's Moon Knight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, put Oscar Isaac in there as Doom,
Apocalypse.
as Apocalypse,
Oh,
as
Magneto.
Moon Knight, as Miguel O'Hara.
Yeah.
Cast him as Thanos.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, this was fun. I think this is. I mean, we had a lot to talk about, and we haven't done the show in a while, so it was
A lot of
good.
speculation going forward here.
Yeah,
That's all
I like
I'm
it
right
because
now.
then we can watch it later.
Isn't that
and we
what
can
they're
say-
trying to enticing people? Is to
No,
like,
yeah.
hey, get all these things
I
out
just
there.
the one thing I just hope is that they don't really fumble the bag with Gene.
I don't think that they will.
I just
I have a feeling that in
And then
10
Jean
years
never
we're
shows up
gonna
again
look
in
at
Mother
Jean Grey
Barbara.
like we're looking at Iron Man.
all right.
now.
This is how I want to end it.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next mutant they introduce in the MCU?
In the MCU?
Our universe.
Well, there's two.
616.
Now. There's two of them now, right?
Yes. But
But you
what's
think
the
more
next
X-Men?
Yeah. What's the next one we see? What do you
Mystique.
think?
Oh, Mystique would be really cool. In terms of building it, Charles makes the most sense. Jean is his first student. Jean is part of the original team.
Yeah.
Charles makes the most sense.
Thank God you're on the same level.
Yeah, but
as-
who recruits Jean to the school if it's
Charles.
not if it's not Charles? If they deviate
Then
from
the
that?
school doesn't exist.
Yes.
No, what I'm saying is like, do they get like a beast to do it? Like these younger people that they're gonna cast. Like,
There's
hey, come
no
in here.
way. There's no way that anyone else is recruiting Jean to the school.
Yeah.
The
It's
relationship
so
between
intertwined.
Jean and
Yeah.
Charles is just
So
like
we can all agree the next mutant that they're introducing is Xavier.
It would make the most sense. It would make the most sense.
Could it be Magneto? First,
You won't see me complain at all. The only reason I'm a little speculative of kind of like the next mutant they're going to introduce is because it might just be an X-Men movie.
instead of like a one-off, like hey,
Yeah,
this
like
is
I don't know. I don't think they're gonna. I don't know if they're gonna keep trickling mutants in. Like I don't know where they really have at the space to do that or
I
the time
honestly
to do
thought
that.
in the after credit scene. I was really hoping that instead of like the little Spider-Man thing, it was going to be like her walking to the door of like.
You know, Pay Homage is the first one, like the second one when he shows up back because after he died. Third one, one of the ones where he died and he rolls in at the end,
Yeah.
and it's just the wheel of the
Yeah.
something like that. End credit scene of him, and she's like walking in and he says welcome. That would have been fun, but you know we're not.
One,
Oh my God, turn this. All right, we gotta
I wonder if
go.
Vision Quest introduced speed.
What?
There's no mutants in Vision Quest, brother. There's no way.
I mean, wasn't Wanda supposed to be a mutant?
She is.
She technically, and we already.
Yeah,
have-
I'm saying the next new one.
Yeah. Well, Vision Quest is the third in the trilogy.
No, he
I
means
really
new,
doubt that
not
they
like
do
a
that.
Wanda, not a
Yeah,
Wanda.
not
I
someone
kind of
that.
see where you're coming from, but I really doubt it.
Speed is her son, right?
Yes, and they've already teased.
Yeah,
his
but from this
appearance.
universe or from another universe?
From this universe.
Yeah, I guess I
They've
see
already
what
brought
you're
in
saying.
one of her kids.
Yeah, but
in
from another
Agatha.
universe, right?
No. You gotta watch
No,
Agatha.
there's Billy from. You should watch. Agatha was
Yeah.
good.
I
Yeah.
got
They,
Agatha was
they brought in
good,
Wiccan.
man.
Yeah.
Wiccan's already in there. They haven't confirmed whether or not he's a mutant, but they've already brought him in. And part of the continuation is Speed, him looking for his brother.
Okay.
And if Vision Quest is the third part of this like trilogy,
All right. Listen, I wanted to leave
there's-
off with like what you thought. So you
Yeah.
think Speed,
I think there's a
Xavier?
potential
He
for
makes
Speed.
Xavier makes the most sense.
I do too. I agree. What about you? What do you
I think Mystique would be cool. I think there's definitely ways to do that.
I think someone reaches out and they don't do the traditional Xavier.
When do you think this happens?
I think it's Mystique. Mystique is recruiting mutants to the school, and
You think
she
this-
can shapeshift so she can easily infiltrate
So
things.
do you think it's
They
after Secret Wars?
I think it's the after credits,
I think they do Mystique. I think they could
No,
do
I
like
think
an.
Doomsday after credits.
They could do like a Brotherhood thing.
I think
maybe
Doomsday's
that's how it
after
started.
credits. They
Yeah,
start
because it
introducing X-Men.
deviates a little bit from the original what we think X-Men is, so that's
Mm-hmm.
not the same thing playing over again. You can start with like the
You
Brotherhood.
know what the biggest curveball would be?
Hmm.
Is if Apocalypse is the next X-Men, the next mutant we see. Like in an end credit.
They
Like
just
they
said,
do
"Bang,
Thanos-
here we go."
Like Thanos. You remember like
Yeah,
Okay.
he's like
end credit,
bang,
they see
wow.
So
something.
you think end credit Secret Wars Apocalypse?
Oh, that would be gangster.
Maybe.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you.
It was
Yeah,
a long
thanks for
one.
tuning in. We'll see you at the next one.
Man, no birthday
Potentially
present.
after
Lots to say.
97.
No birthday present for the Mariners to me, huh?